first criminal trial related to concealing hush money payments before the 2016 election.
Potential jurors will be asked 42 total questions, including which cable, print, and social media platforms they get their news from. They will also be asked if they have ever attended a Trump campaign event, if they follow him on social media, and if they have ever attended anti-Trump rallies.
Fox's Brooks Singman. President Biden meets with the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic at the White House today after a meeting with Iraq's Prime Minister.
He's trying to de-escalate the situation in the Middle East after that unprecedented attack by Iran against Israel over the weekend. President Biden says the U.S. will step in to help Israel defend itself. What he says the U.S. won't do is participate in a counteroffensive if Israel does launch one against Iran.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. More than 300 missiles and drones were launched at Israel, most of them intercepted. America's listening to Fox News.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good April run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves, light yearlings, and young to short-term pairs and bred cows. We expect to sell 1,400 head, breaking down like this: 175 to 200 weighing cows and bulls, 150, 175 pairs of bred cows, 1,000 1050 calves and yearlings today's sale will include 5 Hereford bulls, excellent quality commercial Hereford bulls. They are trick and fertility tested, ready to turn out. These bulls are 2 to 3 years old. 29 bred cows, Mr. John Barry, Fort Stockton, Texas. Excellent quality black Brangus cows and good flesh, bred to Angus or Hereford bulls, 7 to 10 years old. 14 bred cows, Mr. Joby Morris, Lake Arthur, New Mexico. Excellent quality English crossbred cows, bred to black or red Angus bulls, 6 to 10 years old. 14 bred cows, Bruton Ranch, San Antonio, New Mexico. Good quality Charolais crossbred cows, bred to Charolais bulls. These cows 2 to 9 years old. 111 calves, the Cordova Ranch, Los Lunas, New Mexico. Excellent quality Hereford calves, 1 round of shots, thin to medium condition, 300, 550 pounds. 43 heifer yearlings, the H-Bar Y Ranch down at Carlsbad. Excellent quality black Angus and Brangus crossbred heifers, good flesh, right off fields, kind of cow makers, 750, 850 pounds. 20 heifer calves off the same ranch. These cattle wean 70 days, 2 rounds of shots, 450, 550 pounds. 55 calves and light yearlings at Guadalupe Mountain Farm, Sierra Blanca, Texas. Excellent quality black to black white face Angus crossbreds, 1 round of shots, 450, 650 pounds. 70 calves, the Welty Ranch, Winston, New Mexico. Excellent quality black to black white face, red white face crossbred calves, thin to medium condition, 400, 650 pounds. 30 calves, Mr. Rankin Lindsay, Membries, New Mexico. Excellent quality black to black white face Angus crossbreds, 1 round of shots, 400, 600 pounds. And 23 calves, Randy Barker, Del City, Texas. Excellent quality black and red white face crossbred calves, cattle wean 40 days, shots, 450, 550 pounds. Sale time this morning will be 9 o'clock. Sell pairs of bred cows 10 to 10:30. Be selling calves and yearlings about 11 to 11:30. We expect to sell 1,400 head today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
This is Senator Stephen McCutcheon. Our way of life is under attack every day by the radical progressives in Santa Fe. Politicians like to talk, but I'm fighting for our community day in and day out to defend the values we hold dear. As a rancher, oil and gas contractor, and conservative fighter, I'm defending our way of life. I fought to secure the border, increased penalties for drug cartels, stood up to the woke left in Santa Fe trying to take our guns away, but I'll never let them. That's why I'm proud to be the only candidate in the campaign for Senate District 42 endorsed by the National Rifle Association, because I'll always fight for our God-given rights. And my very first act as your senator was to impeach Michelle Lujan Grisham. My values are deeply rooted in our community. As a father of 4, I'm fighting to make New Mexico better for the next generation. I'd be honored to have your vote in the Republican June 4th primary. Paid for by Stephen McCutcheon for Senate.
Spring savings at National Furniture Liquidator. Time to refresh, and we've got the deal. Ashley sofa and love seat, just $7.88 both pieces. A 5-piece pub set, just $2.98. Reclining sofa or love seat, just $4.98 each piece. Or a 5-piece queen bedroom set, just $4.88. Out with the old and in with the new. Plus great financing options regardless of your credit. National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
Nobody beats Shorty.
Here's your chance to rip off the tax man. Now through April 15th, everything at the Working Guys store is tax-free. That's right, zip, zero, no tax on work boots, FR jeans and shirts, coolers and accessories, caps, western wear, scrubs, work gloves. The price you see is all you pay. We'll pay the tax. But hurry, tax-free ends April 15th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Southeast New Mexico weather. The forecast for southeast New Mexico down to 85 with Roswell at 86 degrees. The entire region will have wind gusts 25-30 gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Areas are blowing dust, so that's the same for Carlsbad, Artesia with some visibility issues by this afternoon. And Hobbs and Lovington in the middle 80s this afternoon. Tomorrow cooler with Hobbs and Lovington with a high temperature at our studios at 81 degrees. For W105 FM, a meteorologist, Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
You guys ready?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
And I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Do you happen to know
what day it is?
This day we all get the crap scared out of us by bloodsucker vampires. Tax day.
Today is the day!
State tax, federal tax, Social Security tax.
Son, I pay taxes.
I pay taxes!
Taxes? I don't pay no taxes.
Paying taxes? It's tax season.
Do your taxes. Down with taxes! Down with taxes!
Showtime.
And good morning to you. That is the question of the day. Do you think the tax system is fair, and do you pay too much in taxes? I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. Today is D-Day. Tom, did you get your taxes finished?
Yeah, I had to. Hello.
So you're going to start the show.
What do you think I was going to do, not file them or what?
I asked a direct question. Let me try it on Blake. Blake, did you get your taxes finished?
No, actually, I didn't.
Okay, let me try it on Tom. Tom, did you get your taxes finished?
It ain't your business.
That's a no. That's a damn no. That's what that is. That's a damn no. It's either that or he's going to claim 9 different kids again this year on his taxes.
Plenty of them
the
out
Tom
there.
A. tax approach.
Did you just say plenty of them out there? Yeah. And to answer your first questions in order, Kevin, no and yes.
When I tell people from other countries that in the United States, anybody that's making a fair amount of money is paying 50% taxes or more.
Mm-hmm.
They go, are you kidding me? Who would put up with that? Yeah. So I want you to combine your federal income tax, state income tax, and all the sales tax that you pay, and property tax. I guarantee you it's way over 50%.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, do you think it's you're paying your fair share? In the meantime, we're paying for Ukraine. We're paying for all these people flooding across the border, and we have no say. Mm-hmm. We have zero say in how that money is spent. None. I mean, I'm going to talk about an issue in New Mexico. Why our crime is rampant. I'm going to get to that coming up this morning. Check of the weather, more wind in the forecast. Weather this morning being brought to you by Janco Janitorial. Find them 324 West Main in Artesia. They specialize in all your cleaning, office cleaning, commercial cleaning. They do industrial, and they can even take care of oil field cleaning. So if you need them, and they will sell you janitorial supplies. Need commercial-grade janitorial supplies? That is not an issue. 575-703-1869. Go to the website, jancojanitorial.com, for more information. High winds today. We're talking about 30 to 45-mile-an-hour winds are expected. 87 for the high, winds coming out of the southwest. More wind tonight, 40-mile-an-hour winds. Overnight low getting down to 51. 25-mile-an-hour winds on Tuesday. And most of the wind should be gone, they say, by Wednesday. Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Seminole Siding and Construction. They can take care of your siding, your metal roofs, your also take care of all your windows and doors and pretty much anything else. So get in touch with them today. 575-391-1430. Seminole Siding and Construction.com. If you've had some wind damage and it's taken off shingles and that type of stuff, and you're working with the insurance company, look, they work great with the insurance company. 575-391-1430. Give them a call today. Tom on the text. Tom, anything coming in this morning?
Yeah, we have an accident to report this morning, B. There is a pickup versus a semi at milepost 17 on 176. The text says the emergency crews are on scene. Again, an accident, a pickup versus semi, milepost 17 on 176. Emergency crews are on the scene, so try to avoid that area as much as you can. This report being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Check him out today. Boston Marathon Day, Income Tax Day, Jackie Robinson Day, McDonald's Day, National Gripper Day, National Laundry Day, Rubber Eraser Day, National That Sucks Day, Patriots Day. Thank you, my Patriots. And World Art Day happening all day today. Republican-led Tennessee legislature has overwhelmingly voted to send GOP Governor Bill Lee a proposal that would ban marriage between two cousins. First cousins. Yes. Which means that the marriage rate in Tennessee is going to go down.
Yeah, but not nearly as much if they would have done that in Arkansas.
Yeah. House cast a vote 75-2 on that bill, and Senate previously had approved it without any opposition. I'm wondering who the hell was the two people voting?
Oh, they're cousins,
right?
Yeah, they're first cousins. The family tree. Oh my Lord! And today is tax day. According to the IRS, if you can't cover your taxes in full, you should still file your taxes and pay for them later. Or if you're super rich or a Democrat, you don't have to pay your taxes at all.
At the very least, file for an extension.
Yeah. So, blood-sucking leeches. And then under Joe Biden, they did hire, what was it, 87,000?
Yeah, 87,000.
87,000 new agents ready to come and suck.
All of them only target middle and lower middle class taxpayers.
Yeah. So if you actually were out at the Walmart selling tamales and you got paid on Cash App, maybe they're looking for you.
Yep. Guys with guns will show up.
Yeah. Tom, favorite group, ABBA, celebrating 50 years, their ABBA-versary this weekend. Tom, where is ABBA from?
Aren't they from Australia?
Sweden, you dweeb.
Sweden. It's in the neighborhood.
It is not anywhere even on
close.
The same state.
Now, let me ask you this much. Name 3 songs by ABBA, because you said at one point that was one of your favorite groups.
Besides Dancing Queen.
Fernando.
That's gay, bro. I'm just saying.
Well, you asked me. I'm just telling you, dude.
All right, continue on.
You said Dancing Queen, right?
I said you can't say that one.
Oh, well, that's two since you said
You can't
it already.
say that one.
I don't know. I don't know what the other two are.
Boy, for a favorite group, you're coming up short. Cameron Diaz and her husband Benji Madden welcomed in their second child. By the way, that is a boy, baby boy.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to get to Israel. I'm going to get to the Israel attack that came from Iran. I'm going to get to that. We look so damn weak.
Yeah.
I will get to that.
Mm-hmm.
I promise.
We don't look weak. We are weak.
We are weak. I will get to that in just a second. But today, Tom, is I didn't even remember. Stuff like this does not. It just I don't remember stuff. And so today is the first anniversary of my accident. And
wow.
Before I play this cut, I just want to say thank you guys. I will never, ever, ever forget you guys. That when I was laying in that hospital bed and you were praying and caring and giving, I appreciate you guys to this day, every one of you. So thank you guys so much. And on my, I think it was the 12th day of being in the hospital, I called in the radio station. By the way, that's the longest I've ever gone without being on the radio. And here's a bit of that.
So much. And tomorrow I'll undergo another procedure, but I hope to walk this week.
So, and Tom, I don't know if you remember this, but at the end of that conversation, I told you something from the heart. Do you remember what I told you?
That was a year ago.
It was a year ago. So I'm going to refresh your memory just to reiterate the same thing.
Because
wait.
know what the pain that he
Wait.
And he's clearly dude.
I hear you.
All right.
All right, here we go. Here's what I told Tom.
CT machines are Simmons, and they got great care.
Come on.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank
Tom.
You. Yes, sir.
Tom.
Yeah, B.
Don't take life for granted, brother.
I hear you.
It can be gone.
I hear you. I hear you.
All right.
He didn't hear me. He did not hear me to this day. He didn't hear me.
Okay.
That hurts.
So I didn't
you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear. If you'd have heard, today you'd be down to 218. But you didn't listen.
Well, I'm heading that way.
He didn't mean a highway.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we look weak on the world stage. U.S. military shoots down dozens of Iranian drones fired at Israel as the Jewish state uses, Tom, what is that called? The protection system?
The IDs?
No.
The what? What did you say?
The IDs?
The ID.
I think the word you're looking for is Iron Dome.
Iron Dome. Iron Dome took them down. Look, and Iran was shooting into residential areas.
Right.
Yeah, they were targeting civilians.
Yeah. So Israel's layer of defense intercepted 99% of the missiles fired by Iran. 99%. And where is Joe Biden? Has he had a press conference? No press conference. No press conference. And in the meantime, Biden tells Israel not to respond to the violence to Iran. What is he working for Hamas? People, we are in deep trouble with Joe Biden. It's either dementia or he's totally compromised. One way
or both.
Or another.
Could be both.
Could be both. And through all this, he keeps a low profile. You know what? A president of the United States, he wants to talk about Ukraine.
That's what he's out doing today.
Israel is an ally. Israel's an ally, one of our oldest allies. And he takes a backdoor posture.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, did he say anything to Israel directly? I mean, to Iran directly?
Nope.
Oh, nothing. You know why? Sitting on the beach in Delaware another weekend, sitting on the beach.
And yet,
Joe Biden,
and we have pockets in this country of people going out in the street cheering.
Yes.
And shouting
Dearborn,
death
Michigan,
to America.
Chicago cheering. The radical, sick left cheering.
Mm-hmm. And they had almost as many people shot in Chicago as there were missiles fired at Israel.
Yep. By the way, Chicago conference on Saturday of the March on the Democratic National Convention 2024, far left group demonstrating and protesting the DNC and them coming, and they're in the street chanting death to Israel and applauding the rocket attacks.
Every one of them need to be arrested. Every one of them.
Yeah, every one of them ought to be deported. It's treasonous is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And Biden, by the way, let me tell you how adept he is to handle foreign policy. Everybody wants to talk about, well, that Donald Trump is going to get us in the war. What are you talking about? We're on the verge of World War III right now. Biden let the UN sanctions on Iran missiles expire before the Israeli attack. The administration, Joe Biden, his administration, did not move to renew the expiring sanctions on Iran drones and ballistic missiles at the UN in October, shortly after Iran backed the massacre of 1,200 people in Israel. And this all goes back. And Trump, by the way, had it right. Trump had it right. The year was 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was 2022. Donald Trump said this. Listen to what he said.
Has agreed to pay a $6 billion ransom to the Iranian dictatorship in exchange for hostages. This is yet another Biden surrender and a further blistering humiliation of the United States of America to the world stage.
Yeah.
But even worse, this decision will be extremely deadly.
So, had it right again. How many times does Donald Trump have to get it right? A bunch.
Yeah. And they're trying to blame him.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, of course.
They're saying, "Oh, it was the previous administration that did this."
BS. We look weak on the world stage. All right, 622. Tom on the text where you come back. The Lujan Gresham administration denying the GOP's request to make the border security part of a special session. Yeah, she won't have any part of that. We're going to get to things that happened on this date in history. Tweet of the day. Price of oil, and more. They're racing at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway coming up this week. And by the way, I'm off of Facebook again. They locked me out. They did it last week. They locked me out. Now they're asking for credit card information to verify my account. That credit card expired like 3 or 4 years ago, so I don't have the credit card information. It's a hell of a way to verify your account with a credit card that is expired.
And
crazy.
You and I talked about that a little bit, and it's like, why is Facebook using your credit cards to verify?
I did. And of course, I tried getting in touch with them. And I told the wife, look, I'm done. I'm tired. If it's not going to be easy fix, I'm done with them. The problem is I use Facebook as a portal to save stuff.
Right.
And as a portal to share stuff on Be in the Breakfast Club. That means Be in the Breakfast Club is done. And all my memes and all that stuff. So, but they are going to be racing this weekend.
They are
at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Blake, tell us about it.
Friday, we're going to have TNT. Gates open at 6 p.m. On Saturday, it's race day. Gates open at 11. So they're going to have no prep. So daily driver, True Street, small tire, tailgate, and junior dragsters and index. all on Saturday. And you can go. I've got all of these flyers here. There's going to be buy-ins $200, $2,500 at 12 cars or more, or 100% payback at less than 12 cars. So that's kind of cool. But they got all those things happening. Like I said, gates open at 11 on Saturday. Gates open at 6 on Friday. And there you go.
If you need more information, call Jamal 575-631-5099, or you can follow them Instagram, Facebook, and of course they are on TikTok. Tom on the text, if you would.
All right, so guys, did you hear about the guy who killed 7 people at a mall in Australia?
Sure did.
With a knife.
They're gonna outlaw knives next.
Right. That's Jody from Lovington this morning.
Yeah, I got it.
And you guys make
Sad.
fun of Arkansas and Tennessee, but New Mexico though has a high rate of incest both of those states have, says Rocket this morning. Okay.
Now, come on, Rocket, let us make fun of people.
Right. And also,
is that just because Ben Ray Lujan and Michelle Lujan Grisham are cousins?
Are they cousins?
They are.
I didn't know that. Also, first quarter estimated taxes are due today, says this one text. Joy. That's a lot of joy. And yes to the question of the day, B. I have made my taxes and I paid $304 this year. That's the one text.
So do you think you pay your fair share, or you overpay?
I overpay.
And, let's put a third question in that. Do you think our money goes to the right place?
No, never has. I wish they could put
No, please do not say it never has.
It never has. I don't approve money going to abortions, and it goes to the abortion people.
Tom,
what?
The money for a long, long time went to the right place. So you're telling me 50 years ago the money wasn't going to the right place?
I don't think it ever has.
Schools weren't better, highways weren't better, states weren't better.
Well, and this whole income tax thing, if you remember, was supposed to be temporary.
Yeah, temporary, and the rate was, correct me if I'm wrong, 1.5?
Yeah.
1.5%. I always say my grandfather paid 5%, my daddy paid 15%, and now they want 50%. See, it's never enough. Because we're too busy. We got politicians to pay off, and we got to
launder money through.
Yeah,
right.
we got to take care of every country in the world but ours.
And don't forget the Biden crime enterprise.
Yeah, well, most definitely, those guys, for sure.
Hey, B, we got a phone call.
Let's go to it.
Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club.
Yes, good morning, guys. This is Frank.
It's Frank.
Yes,
we hadn't heard from you in a while, buddy. How you been?
I'm good. I had been down in South Texas for Easter, for Passover and stuff. So
Yeah.
I came back. So I'm back. And that the attack on Israel, it was bound to happen with this administration. They're putting the U.S. at risk, and they're putting a whole bunch of other countries at risk. They're just they want. I think if we go into a World War III or a stand down, there won't be any elections. I hope we don't go that route. But it's very dangerous right now. And then they approved the FISA court, Yep. Now that they don't have to get an amendment or a permission to spy. And all of a sudden, a couple of people that I know said now there's going to be more signal on cell phones, because if you had poor signal on a certain area, just watch out. You're going to have good signal in that area that you always had bad signal. Now you're going to have good signal, and that's it. And I asked them, well, why is that? They said, well, with the FISA court, before they approved the FISA, they were like buffing the airwaves or the cell towers and stuff. They could like that poor signal. They can what do you? They told me the word.
They boost it.
Yeah, they can diminish the boost or they can increase the boost. So now they say they wanna make sure and record and make sure and record and everything is clear. So you're gonna have a lot more better signal in your cell phones. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's good to know. Anyway, you know, I hardly say
I mean,
anything
look,
wrong. It's
if
just
we're
that-
going after foreigners, you know, to get information on terrorists, and that
That's
takes down an American, I'm okay with that. But
Me too.
to spy on Americans, I'm not really. We just can't keep giving up our rights, because sooner
Yeah,
or
and
later.
Yeah, and the administration, this administration, you know, like they say in South Texas, you know, andan con el pavico sucio, you know, andan con el pavico dirty pamper, you know, they're cheating
Right.
on their pampers. So that's why they're coming with all this stuff. That way they can knock people that are going to vote for Trump and harass them in a certain way and scare them. But it ain't going to work, you know. Andan con el
No.
pavico, yeah. So
I think
Surrao,
people
andan
are
bien surraos.
too smart for that. I'm
Yeah,
at least
andan
hoping.
surraos, like they hung around with George Soros too long, and they did a whole bunch of bad stuff these 3.5 years, the administration, and now they're surraos. Hang around with Soros, and you're gonna be surraos, you know. So traen el pavico surrao. This administration has got the pampers dirty, so they're scrambling for something. Yeah. Okay, sir.
Thank you,
That was
Frank.
it.
I appreciate you, brother. Take it easy. All right, we're going to talk about Michelle Lujan Gresham denying the Republicans. We'll get to that coming up. Let's get to the tweet of the day being brought to you by King Driving Academy. 1430 West Bender in Hobbs, 4-week driving academy. If you've been thinking about getting your CDL, this is the opportunity. 4 weeks, 2 weeks of theory training and 2 weeks on the road training. Right now, you mentioned P in the Breakfast Club. You're going to save $500 on your enrollment fee. They do offer flexible hours, including evening classes. Find them at 1430 West Bender at Hobbs, 575-441-7835. Tweet of the day being brought to you by King Driving Academy. Tweet of the day this morning, black folks waking up.
I'm just trying to figure out how anybody is still advocating for Biden. I mean, come on now, let's think about it. Now, when you voted, you was probably voting for your certain policies or whatever, but did you think about how this man was going to look on the world stage? I mean, this guy is out here old, man, needs a wheelchair, and he's out here meeting these very important other leaders. Not even doing the right things, not even shaking people's hands, giving people fist bumps and stuff like that. I think people need to understand that we live in a time right now where it's very critical a World War III could happen. And everybody's looking at America like we're weak because we've chosen a weak leader. Because people thought, because this is the black way to vote, or this is the humanitarian way to vote, which is absolutely not true. A lot of people follow the media instead of following their own common sense. But like I said before, common sense ain't really so common. If you think about it, why would you choose a leader that can't even lead his own household?
Whoa. Yeah. I mean, why would you choose a leader that can't even find his way off of the stage?
Right.
That makes it kind of interesting. All right, we're going to get back to Iran coming up. Morning show being brought to you by All American Cleaners. All American Cleaners, wash, dry, and fold your clothes. Yeah, they can take care of all of that. 17 pounds, $16.99. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, and you can find them online at allamericancleaners.net for more information. Michelle Lujan Gresham. Blake, you see the story, denied the GOP request to make the border secure as part of their special session that could be coming up.
I am just shocked that she wouldn't
I am
do
totally
that.
shocked that she doesn't believe that the border is actually an issue.
Well, you know.
Why would the
Because-
southern border be an issue?
And, you know, because she has tea with Gabe Vasquez, who wants to do away with the border altogether.
Yes. Yeah. So I do have new polling numbers from Gabe Vasquez coming up a little later. Chief Deputy Matthew Hutchinson, Eddy County Sheriff's Office, currently working with the National Park Services at the area of Yucca Canyon Trail in reference to a active, ongoing investigation. They believe human remains were found out there. Ongoing investigation at this point. And the Roswell Police Department over the weekend investigating a single vehicle rollover that resulted in the death of a local man. That happened Friday morning about 2 a.m. And a 2003 Ford F-250 pickup was traveling south on Washington Avenue, left the roadway, struck a utility pole, and the driver, Logan Dale Kennard, 21 years old, was a lone occupant in that vehicle. Investigation continues on, and, of course, autopsy is pending. Micah Parsons eyeing a historic deal with the Cowboys. Tom, you saw the deal, Mr. Sports Guy?
No, I didn't.
$170 million deal.
My goodness. He ain't that good.
Wait a second. You didn't follow the deal?
No. He ain't that good, B.
$170 million worth of good, boy.
They got other issues. They got to get a running back. They got to get an offensive line.
$170 million is pretty good. I'm just saying that's pretty good. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, I'll take it, but he ain't worth it.
Not worth it. Okay. This coming from Tom A. Not worth it, Tom A. All right, Wakefield Oil, proud sponsor of the Thought for the Day. 35-plus years, close to 40 years in business, serving southeast New Mexico and parts of West Texas, delivering oil and gas products, diesel and gas on-road and off-road, and they can also deliver interstate batteries. Go to the website, wakefieldOil.com. Close to 40 years ago, Mr. Wendell Wakefield brought the kids to New Mexico and started Wakefield Oil. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is me and my bed are perfect for each other. But the alarm clock, it keeps breaking us up. 6:37. That's one thing I do not miss is an alarm clock.
Yeah, well, you're up.
I haven't used. I just I wake up when I wake up, usually about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I get to bed about 1 a.m. and I get up at 6 a.m. and don't use the alarm clock. So,
before you go on to the price of oil real quick, we've had a few texters text in about the app and being all staticky, and that's where I've been in and out the last few minutes trying to figure out what's going on with that. Jason's helping me out trying to track that down. It is fine apparently over on all the other things. It's just the app is kind of staticky, so we're going to try and reset that. So just want everybody to know that we're working on it.
That makes no sense because we've
isolated it to just the app. So YouTube is okay.
The audio goes to from the same place to all those.
I know. It's not the board. So that's the good news.
Restart the streaming computer is my.
Yeah, Jason's working on it for the app right now.
My quick fix. All right, Representative Mike Turner on, by the way, he's from Ohio. He's a Republican. He was on Meet the Press talking about Iran over the weekend. Here's what he had to say.
Should the United States go on offense and strike Iran, engage directly with Iran?
I think what the United States needs to do is to understand that Iran has already taken the next step, of understanding that they get a free pass for attacking Israel directly from Iranian soil from the United States. And,
so is that a yes?
Believe that
is that a yes, Congressman?
I believe that they will do it again. And I think the United States needs to make clear, which this administration has not, that if they continue to attack Israel, that yes, they will get a response from Iran. Iran is in a very vulnerable position.
By the way, let me remind you, Iran has, Tom, what do they have?
Iran?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do they have, Tom?
Missiles.
They have nuclear capabilities.
Yeah. Well, same thing, missiles.
He's the one that's been in the room the whole time. I'm in and out.
So, wait, Blake, you missed the best part. He said it's the same thing. Okay, I'm going to let you undergo a missile attack or a nuclear attack and then come back and tell me it's the same.
Well, I mean, they have the capability.
And Tom, who's running all of those groups? The Houthis and Hamas. Who's running all of those?
All them terrorists.
Mike Turner, maybe he can answer the question.
This administration permitted Iran to have access to $6 billion that it did not have access to
But
before.
those assets are
This
frozen and haven't
administration-
made their way to Iran, as you know, Congress.
This administration has continued to to fail to recognize that Iran is an adversary. It's an adversary to Israel. It is coordinating Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis in Yemen, and attacks on commercial waterways. The administration continues to look the other way and fail to recognize that this is escalating, and they're going to have to step up to the plate.
So, yeah, many years ago, we should have turned them into a parking lot.
Should have.
I'm just saying. Tom, have you ever heard the word fungible?
Fungible? No.
Blake, we
Yes.
defer.
Yes, I have.
That means that, correct me if I'm wrong, that means that there are money that can be, well, it could be more than money. It could be other
could be assets.
Yeah. And so John Kirby, White House press secretary, was on ABC. And John Kirby talked about, and of course, he basically lied about the thing. Look, if Qatar is in charge of the assets, who are they going to listen to? Us? Or are they going to listen to Iran?
Iran.
What does Qatar share with us? Absolutely nothing.
Zip.
What do they share with Iran?
Terrorism.
A hatred to Israel,
Yep. Yeah.
towards Israel, and same religion, among other things. Here's John Kirby on Fox this morning.
Is it not fair to say, though, that there have been moves by this administration that have opened up cash and other opportunities for them, which we know are fungible in ways that are not helping the Iranian people, but are benefiting the elites and people there who chant death to America and death to Israel?
You and I have had this fungibility argument before. I obviously take a different issue, or take an issue with that characterization. The sanctions relief that has come about, or it's not even sanctions relief, but the additional funds that have been made available to Iran due to a sanctions relief program that the Trump administration put in place can only be used for humanitarian goods. It doesn't go to the regime. And the idea that the regime was somehow felt like they were freed up to support these proxies because of that, it just doesn't comport with the facts. They have been supporting these proxies for many, many years.
And so they tried to blame Trump there. I don't know if you caught that. And no. It wasn't. Donald Trump tried to. He set up an account, but he's not the one that transferred that $6 billion. It was Joe Biden that transferred the $6 billion.
Right.
For our hostages.
And they say that there's up to $10 billion that is fungible. And again, for those who don't know what fungible is, it's the ability of a good or an asset to be readily exchanged for another kind of good or asset of the same value.
There you go.
Like
There you go.
in money terms, it's like if you have a dollar bill.
Right.
A dollar bill is fungible because you can change it for 10 dimes or 4 quarters or whatever, right?
Or one go.
Yeah. You know, and some unique items aren't as fungible. Cars, houses, artwork, stuff like that. But it's readily accessible. It's almost like if it can be liquid, it can be fungible.
There you go. John Kirby busy yesterday. Too bad the president didn't do a press conference. Say, yeah, let me get John Kirby on ABC this morning. He just left Fox.
The president also called on Iran not to retaliate, but they did anyway. What does that tell you?
Well, again, what it tells me, as I looked at last night, what it tells me is that we can make good on our commitment to defend Israel. It tells me that Israel does have superior military capability. Just think about the hardware that Iran threw into the sky and how little damage that caused. I mean, that's a real testament to how strong the IDF is.
He didn't answer the question, though. The question was by Israel not answering back and doing what America wants. I think that ship has sailed. I think that ship has sailed. I think they have lost total respect for Joe Biden. 6:45, John Kennedy, Representative Kennedy, talks about Biden and Israel.
In the last 60 days, they've already gone wobbly in their support of Israel. The president says it's ironclad. Come on, man. The American people may be poor under Biden, but they're not stupid. We need to stand with Israel. It's very clear. We're not at war with Hamas. Israel's not at war with Hamas or Hezbollah or Yemen. Those are all surrogates for Iran. They're prostitutes. The pimp is Iran. Israel is at war with Iran. Iran hates Americans. Iran hates Jews. Iran wants to kill Americans and Jews. And if we turn the other cheek to them, we're going to get it in the neck.
We are going to get it in the neck.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you don't hear anyone from the president's entourage out there condemning Iran for targeting civilian neighborhoods in Israel.
You're not going to hear
it. Nothing. CBS poll, Democrats backing terrorists. Yes, there is an increasing amount of Democrats that are actually backing the terrorists. Tom, we're going to get to gas up next.
Our new CBS News poll, taken before the Iran strikes, show that only a third of Americans approve of President Biden's handling of the conflict. That's down 5 points since February. In fact, within his own party, more Democrats now sympathize, quote, a lot with the Palestinian people. That's a larger number than sympathize a lot with the Israelis.
There you go. So this means that Democrats are backing the terrorists. That's what it means in my book. I could be far off.
No, I don't think you are. I mean, again, this is part of the mental disorder.
Yeah, no doubt. And I do have a story where Bakersville liberal Palestinian backer threatened the city council. I'll play that sound cut coming up. And where are the biggest butt women found in the world? I'm going to tell you where you can find. Tom, where do you think the big butt women are found?
Brazil.
They didn't make the top 16.
No, wow.
They didn't make
eat a lot
the
of
top
beans
16.
down there.
I was going to say Odessa.
Did you just say they eat a lot of beans down there?
Beans and rice, yeah. I give you
So
a big
have
butt.
you ever been to Brazil?
No, but I've seen Brazil.
So how would you know they eat a lot of beans and rice?
Because that's the way they do. I mean, they're a poor nation, aren't they? That's all they got to eat down there.
I'm going to guess the U.S.
I'm gonna answer that coming up in a second. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers and Cud Energy Services. Together, they are hiring folks. So if you're looking for a job or looking for a better job, you better listen up. They're looking for service supervisors in training. There's a program, must have a CDL. Diesel mechanics, they're looking for you. Electric technicians, the E-techs. Equipment operators must have a CDL, and they're looking for experienced pressure pump hands. Housing's available if you need it. They also offer best pay in the industry and one of the best benefit packages in the industry. Equal housing, equal opportunity employer, and, of course, they're also a drug-free employer. Apply today at greatoilfieldjobs.com or text oilfield to 63566 today. Tom, on the price.
West Texas Intermediate checks in at $84.97, $89.77 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $1.75.
Donald Trump en route to his hush money trial, the Stormy Daniels case. At some point, we will talk about that, and they took a bunch of misdemeanors and tried to turn those into felonies. Kind of crazy. All right, 16, make that 11 minutes away from 7 o'clock, 11 away from 7. B and the Breakfast Club. Still to come also, Bill Maher surprised a lot of people over the weekend. Did you hear what Bill Maher had to say, Blake?
I did not, actually.
Unbelievable.
Still packing boxes.
Unbelievable. Bill Maher talking about abortions. I'll get to that. Where are the biggest butt women found?
Robbie Landry says, big butt women got to be right here in New Mexico. Says, I saw one yesterday. She looked like she was carrying twins in the trunk. This is Robbie this morning.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Mexico would make this list.
Really?
Because, I mean, I've seen some.
Well, they beans down there, too.
It doesn't. It has to do with implants more than beans, Tom.
No, it has something to do with hip size, according to this report. Hip size and butt size goes hand in hand, and so if if your hips are big, then South Korea, by the way, ranks tops in Asian countries. And globally, they say, what is the smallest country when it comes to booty size? I got to find that. I have no idea. But South Africa is number one.
For the smallest or the biggest?
No, the biggest.
Oh, we had a texter that actually guessed that just right before you said it.
South Africa, Argentina coming in at number 2, Sweden number 3, Greece number 4, German number 5, Russia and Italy are tied, Australia number 7, the Netherlands came in at number 8, Canada number 9, and then France came in at number 10. America did make the list at number 11. And I can't believe China is number 15. Because most of the chicks I see from China ain't got no butt. It's got like the Taylor Swift butt.
There's a couple of those countries that I'm like, what? How did they make the list?
I have no idea. None.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy, but yeah.
So Canada beats the U.S. in big booty.
Big booty women.
Yes. Yeah, not by much. Only, Canada was at 40.3 inches and U.S. at 40.2 inches. All right, we're going to get to Gabe Bosca's coming up next. And we'll talk about a brand new poll that Yvette Harrell is looking good for. Yvette Harrell. We'll get to that. Tom on the text, 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. 575-622-1751. 2 lots in Roswell. They are there to help you get into whatever you're looking for. Ultralight, toy hauler, maybe looking for a big fifth wheel. They've got you covered. They have 2 lots, and every unit is up on that website at maintrailersalesinc.com. Customer service is awesome. They guarantee it. Customer service. Great service after the sale. Find out more information, maintrailersalesinc.com. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. Tom?
All right, so this text is asking, how did Brazil not make the list? I mean, them Brazilian women are known for having big butts, says the text. Did Giselle have a big butt?
Maybe it was before the plastic surgery.
Right. Did Giselle have a big butt?
Who?
Giselle.
Who is that?
Tom Brady's ex.
Is she Brazilian, Tom?
Yeah, she's Brazilian.
I don't know.
I never knew if she had a big butt or not.
Have you seen her?
I haven't seen her lately.
Lately? Have you seen her at all?
The pool boy has, but not me.
The pool boy. It was actually her jiu-jitsu instructor.
Wow, the neighborhood.
No.
Yeah, pool boy.
No.
Yeah, the pool boy. Yes.
He probably would have answered that question whether she has a big butt or not, I never.
We didn't ask the question, Tom. You asked
Can
the
you
question.
please read the damn text if you would? You're killing me.
And Mama Bear is saying, you know, Facebook Messenger is wanting all kinds of new info from me, says Mama Bear. Wow. And I'm surprised America is not at the top with these obese women here in the United States, says the texter. I don't know. I've seen a bunch of big women. And USA and Mexico?
Read the damn text. I don't need your comments.
Well, in USA and Mexico, we recovered that already. So, yeah, right there, Blake. And this text is asking, at $35 million debt, what do we have to show for it? The texter's asking.
Absolutely nothing. Bridges that can't, that are falling down, roads that are crumbling, school system that is at the bottom of the list, an IQ that's at the lowest level in the history of America. The our credit rating at the lowest point in American history. The laughing stock of America. Should I go on?
The world, yep.
And ice cream cones for the president.
Yes.
And this one texter says...
And back at the beach this past weekend. Again.
Well, this texter says they will be pulling Biden from the presidential election in May, says the texter.
We'll see.
That's what Joe Rogan said.
Yeah, that's what he did say. New poll, Axios poll came out, spells bad news for the far-left open border Gabe Vasquez, who is running against Yvette Harrell. Of course, Yvette Harrell in the 2nd Congressional District, that was her seat.
Right.
And then Gabe Vasquez beat her, what is 1,000, wasn't 1,000?
A little bit over.
Yeah, I think it was like 1,200. It wasn't very many.
No, it wasn't much at all. So brand new polling numbers coming out. When they look at Latino votes, the percentage of Latinos who support building a border wall and deporting all undocumented immigrants jumped up 10% in the last year. Wow. 42% of Latino adults surveyed said they support building a wall and a fence to protect America. That's a 12% jump since December 2021.
Wow.
38% support sending all illegal immigrants back to their country of origin. By the way, that's up 28% when it comes to Hispanics since 2021.
I think a lot of them already thought that. I think now they just feel free to say it.
I think you're 100% right. I think you're 100% right, and I don't want to speak for anybody that's Hispanic.
Right.
But there are a lot of Hispanics that agree. They listen to this show. They agree, but they didn't want to tell the brethren that.
Right, because there's a history of coming down and clamping down on those folks.
Yeah. And by the way, Hispanics are hit very high when it comes to Bidenomics.
Right.
So
right, it's hurting them disproportionately to others.
Yes. And Tom, how much do tortillas cost nowadays? Pack of tortillas.
I'm going to say about $8.
No.
$8 for a pack of tortillas?
No, they're about
Holy
$3.50.
crapamola.
$3.50?
Yeah.
Really?
They're about $3.50.
Wow.
All
right, so wait, before we move on, let me get this straight. So Gabe Vasquez, with the Hispanic population, he is on the wrong side of immigration, inflation, and crime.
Yes.
Okay.
All of the above.
Just checking.
Yeah. All of the above. And you know what? I've said that for years. Hispanic folks are, godly. Most of them godly. Family values are very, very important.
Yes.
And they're conservative.
Yes.
I mean, do you want to be on the lawless side? No, you don't. All right, Trump hush money trial begins in New York City. That begins shortly. We'll see where this goes. Trump has been walking the line when it comes to this gag order. Tucumcari woman is going to trial for manslaughter after a dog attack killed a man. So the Tucumcari woman, Mary Montoya, is charged with involuntary manslaughter after multiple of her family dogs attacked and killed a man. She is expected to go to trial this week. Police say back in February of last week, they received a call about someone getting attacked by dogs in Tucumcari. Officers said those dogs belonged to Montoya and her son, Christopher Morris, who was interviewed last year. And the night of the attack, the son said, my mom was here, and she would always say that the dogs were mean. By the way, they got a hold to Stanley Hart, and he was bitten so bad, and his face was bloody, and documents show that the officers euthanized the dogs to prevent any further harm. And according to the documents, that both of them admitted the dogs had a history of getting out the yard and had a long history of being violent. And look, if you can't control your dogs, then you are going to be held responsible.
You don't just shoot them, Tom.
What do you do with them?
If you can't control your dogs, you either release them to some other authority that will take care of them and determine what needs to be done, or don't have them in the first place.
Yes.
Shoot 'em.
If you cannot train your dogs.
That's cruel.
I know somebody that had a Cane Corso. Cane Corsos are very smart and very, very strong.
Yep.
And if you were going to get a dog like a Cane Corso and not be able to spend the time to train that dog, that's bad things are going to start happening. Not good.
You can't be a first-time dog owner with a dog like that.
No,
they're great dogs. If you've ever had dogs
but
before,
you better be the alpha.
Yes,
you best be. Tom, don't get a Cane Corso. I'm just saying. Toddler hit by a car and is hospitalized in Albuquerque. Albuquerque police said that the vehicle that hit the toddler at a mobile home park. Officers called to the scene. Child is now in the hospital. All right, here's a story about the heartbreaking story about the 9-month-old baby has been identified as the 7th victim of that shopping center attack in Australia, all at the hands of a knifeman. 8 others rushed to the hospital with stab wounds, including a 9-month-old baby.
And it all happened while it was being live streamed.
Yes. So what do? You outlaw knives now? I'm just going to say this. If somebody has evil in their heart, doesn't matter what the weapon is. Could be a car, could be a bomb, anything. Anything. Yes. All right, we're going to talk about, we're going to do this during the next break. We're going to talk about, are we incarcerating, period, for the actual time they're supposed to be incarcerated? Blake, you saw this story, right?
I did.
We're going to get to that. I don't want to cut it short, so we'll get to that next. And Texas DPS says that 2 drivers have died after a head-on collision happened on U.S. Highway 87, Farm Market Road 1585. That is the U.S. 87 overpass. 2 individuals died over the weekend, one from Abilene and one from Wilson, Texas. Both drivers died after that accident. All right, 703 KWMW, Malmore, 105.1 FM. I want to get to Bill Maher before we take the break. So Bill Maher, actually, I was quite surprised when it comes to Bill Maher talking about abortion. Tom, what do you think Bill Maher said about abortions? I mean, he is a liberal.
I'm thinking he's been doing a lot of conservative comments lately. I'm going to say that he's pro-life.
He's not actually pro-life, but listen to the cut.
A lot of people believe it's murder. You know, that's why I don't understand the 15-week thing. Or Trump's plan is, let's leave it to the states. You mean so killing babies is okay in some states? Like, I can respect the absolutist position. I really can. I scold the left on when they say, oh, you know what? They just hate women. People who aren't pro-life, the pro-choice, they don't hate women. They just made that up. They think it's murder. And it kind of is. I'm just okay with that. I am. I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world. I'm sorry, we won't miss you. That's my position on it. What?
Wow. He must not like kids.
No.
He must not like kids.
But that's not an uncommon position for the left.
Yeah,
they've been
no
harping
doubt
on that for years. There's too many people in the world, so let's kill them early.
But as far as conservatives hating women, no. Don't hate women. No, don't hate them at all. Just don't think we should kill babies just because you don't want to have them. All right, 7:05. Here's a story out of Bakersville, California. Liberal goes to the city council meeting. By the way, she has now been arrested. Here's the story. And she threatened them.
You guys want to criminalize us with metal detectors? We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
Well, say what'd you say?
We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
Oh, so she is a big Hamas backer, and will murder you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a threat, right? That's okay. And then when she was arrested, there were people that said that they would protest. Well, get it done, baby.
Okay.
Get it done.
Well, you notice that they're trying to bury the fact that she's pro-Palestinian and pro-Hamas.
Of course. Yes, of course. All right, quick check of the weather being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill and Barbecue, serving up breakfast right now. West Main in Artesia, and serving up breakfast, but lunch is going to be awesome. Same great lunch menu and now barbecue. And from time to time, they do things on the weekends, like the seafood buffet. We'll let you know next time that is coming up. They can cater your next big event. Want them to prepare meals for everybody out on location or in the office. Not a problem. Give them a call. 575-736-2573. Cloudy, blowing dust today. 45-mile-an-hour winds from the southwest. High temperature 87. Tonight, 40-mile-an-hour winds and 31. And tomorrow, 25-mile-an-hour winds, sunny and 83. And most of that wind should be gone by Wednesday. 7:07. Tom, quickly to the text. Coming up when we return, we'll talk about New Mexico. Are prisoners spending the right time behind bars? And the city of Roswell, rate hikes definitely coming your way.
Yep.
And New Mexico is the only state where immigrant population is dropping. Dropping. And a Venezuelan national arrested and charged with a stabbing in El Paso. And the hypocrites, DNC, how much money did they pay Biden's lawyers? The DNC paid for his lawyers. We'll get to those stories and more coming up a second. 7:08, Tom.
Patriot Larry is chiming in. You know, I got a neighbor that has a dog that constantly goes after the kids when they're riding their bikes. I've done everything but shoot that dog. I guess the owner, they don't care at this point, says Patriot Larry. I said shoot the dog, and I believe in that. I mean, you at one time had to shoot your dog, didn't you?
Do you have a way of bringing back the worst memories ever?
Well, you did, yo.
You really did, and it wasn't me that shot my dog, Tom.
Who was it?
It was a neighbor that shot my dog.
Oh, shot the dog.
But thank you for bringing back that horrific story.
So
I mean,
do you think you should shoot the cat,
Do you want to talk
too?
about the death of my father also?
Oh, B, come on. Apples and
No,
oranges.
I'm serious.
Apples and oranges. No, if a bad dog, you can't change his behavior, man. I don't care what you do.
Can you just read the damn text,
Are
please?
you an
I
expert
just
on
said
dog
it's
behavior?
7:09.
Yeah, just shoot them if they're bad dogs. That's it, B.
What about people?
Yeah, if they're bad, yeah.
Oh, I'm about to go back
the
to
people
the
that,
States.
So the people that come here illegally to have anchor babies, we should just shoot them because they're bad people.
Oh, now you're apples and oranges.
Oh no, I
You
mean
said-
maybe you're on to something, Blake.
Yeah, you said shoot them if they're bad. So I'm just seeing where your line
They
is.
break the law, and
That broke the law.
And they kill somebody. Yeah,
That broke the law.
So, well then, put them to death.
There you go. You heard that, right?
But
B?
not just because they're illegal, you don't shoot them out here.
Oh, that breaks the law.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to remember by tomorrow. All right, let's get updated, find out what's going on with news. We'll get you qualified for the cash news this morning, being brought to you by Rig Outfitters in the home store, Broadmoor Mall. You can find an extensive collection of everything you need to work in the patch. FR jeans and coveralls, gloves, shirts, they've got all of that stuff. And, of course, $99 work boots. $99 work boots. I'm telling you, and really good boots, too. And if you need steel-toe boots, they've got you covered, safety gear, and more. And while you're there, check out furniture, appliances, and electronics. Zero-down financing is available. And right next door, Scrub Outfitters, they have a huge selection of medical scrubs, compression socks, comfortable shoes. If you're looking for the big-name brands, they've got all of that. Meg Couture and Peaches and Healing Hands and Dickies and compression socks, all different colors and designs, not a problem. Scrub Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall, they're right next to Rig Outfitters. We're coming back in just a second. Let's qualify you for the cash 710 W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling. Pops Power Washing in Lovington presenting the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. Eddy County Sheriff's Office investigating after suspected human remains were found in Carlsbad Caverns National Park. According to the Sheriff's Office, remains believed to be human found on the Yucca Canyon Trail. It is not known if foul play is suspected so far at this time. They're investigating. That trail, though, is back open to the public. The Sheriff's Office investigating along with the National Park Service. Anyone who has information on this incident, you can contact Eddy County Sheriff's Office investigation. Month of April's brought awareness to sexual assault, something experts say that happens almost every minute throughout the U.S. The UNM Lobo Respect Advocacy Center says they're hosting events throughout the month to remind students they have resources and hope to change the campus culture, saying this is not just a UNM problem, a New Mexico problem, an American problem, it's a global problem, according to Julia Egger, a confidential campus advocate. So far this month, the Advocacy Center has hosted a consent fair and a soul survivor visualization to bring awareness on campus. Christopher Cordova's firing as superintendent of Carlsbad City Golf Course was upheld by the city council after Cordova appealed his termination from the post earlier this month for allegedly drinking on the job, mismanaging funds, and abusing employees. Cordova will be reinstated as a city employee after a unanimous council vote Wednesday, but not as manager and not as golf course employee. He may be rehired to a position determined later by city officials. The council considered his appeal during a 6-hour special meeting held at the Janelle Whitlock Municipal Annex. The personnel hearing was held open to the public at Cordova's behest, and several members of the public, including family members of Cordova and his former employees, attending. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
For the issues that matter to voters, Larry Scott is fighting for us. That's why we need him in the state Senate. Larry Scott supports border security and stopping the flow of illegal drugs over the border. Larry Scott has a proven record of strengthening local law enforcement. Because we must secure the border and support our law enforcement, we need Larry Scott in the state Senate. Paid for by the committee to elect Larry R. Scott.
Hobbs Public Library is excited to announce our new program for 4th grade and up, starting Monday, February 5th. Join us every Monday in the library meeting room at 6 p.m. for group activities, STEM projects, creative art, and much more. These programs will help encourage literacy in all subjects. No sign-ups are required. For more information, call 575-397-9328 or follow us on Facebook.
Friday, April the 19th, the Castro Activity Center, home of Thunderbirds basketball on the New Mexico Junior College campus, with the first ever concert spectacular, Caldwell Entertainment featuring the hits of the Eagles, the Doobie Brothers, Fleetwood Mac, and Whitney Houston. Then we switch gears for Fearless, the NMJC touring ensemble performing top 40 hits like Post Malone, Jelly Roll, a 90s throwback tribute, and much more. It's completely free to the public and starts at 7 p.m. on Friday, April the 19th at the Castro Activity Center on NMJC campus.
Pops Power Washing Services, LLC has been in business for 9 years and continues to serve the Permian Basin and West Texas area. Specializing in power washing services for the oil field, Pops Power Washing would like to earn your business. Contact Eric and the crew today to get on a maintenance schedule to upkeep your battery facilities, containments, LACT units, all the way down to your wellheads to mitigate possible fines to your company. Fully insured and bonded. Call or text Pops Power Washing Service, LLC at 575-704-0330. That's 704-0330.
When you live your life in Wrangler clothes, it's hard to imagine working a 9-to-5 without them. While protection is important, you want clothes with style and comfort. And now, thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, you can have it all. Wrangler FR is designed to protect you from burn injury on the job, while continuing to offer the comfort and durability you'd expect from Wrangler. Stop by Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia, and 107 South Canyon in Carlsbad to try on some Wrangler FR apparel today. When it comes to work clothes, wear clothes that work for you.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti Ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas, or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured, whatever they printed on, your logo will look awesome.
I want to wake America up.
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
I got to keep wearing it, but don't tell them I didn't have it on when I walked in.
It was on the tax line. On the tax line. Tax. Lamb down, Benjamin. Money. I want my tag. Keep your hands off of my tag. Yeah, tax man.
877-396-W105. Wait, one more song. Let's cue this one up.
There Joe was just a falling down the street, creeping Joe is creeping, creeping, did he do? Munching on ice cream and tripping on his feet, creeping, creepy, did he do?
877-396-W105.
He looked lost, he looked blind, damn, Joe has lost his mind. Before I knew it, he was falling off his bike, singing Joe is creepy, did he do? Look at Joe and say, glad we're not alike. Singing Joe is creepy, 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 creepy do. Fell down on the floor. He fell down on the floor and we yelled truck 24. Quite frankly, we do.
877-396-W105719. Tom A. not back in the studio. Oh wait,
Yeah,
is
he's
that
here.
him?
He's here.
It was a
can you
red
believe
beacon.
it? Can you believe it? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I put on a shirt and so Tom, you must have a camera at my house or saying I'm going to wear a red shirt too. Or well, I say that
look,
you wear the red shirt
The W105 shirt. Yeah.
3 or 4 days a week. So
Yes, the same red shirt,
No,
of course.
I've got 3 of them.
You have 3
Yeah.
W105 red shirts
And
that are
and a
identical.
blue one.
You cheap bastard. You cheap bastard. Will, you think you can give me another red shirt,
Well,
okay?
these are 3 years old already. I got to get me a new one.
I don't think we bought you 3 red shirts.
Well, sure, darn got them.
Just admit it's the same shirt. I'm just saying. Just
Well,
admit it's the same one.
what do you mean you got them? If they didn't buy them for you, how'd you get them?
Well, they got them for me.
Kevin said it.
See,
So you're a red-shirted freshman, is that what you're
Right,
saying?
So
Yeah, I just don't remember getting him 3 red shirts. Don't remember that. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry needs, cleaning, pressing. They can do that, starching. They can also wash, dry, and fold all your clothes. Not a problem. 2 locations in Carlsbad, also in Loving. And they have coin-operated machines at every one of their locations and open 7 days a week. So if you want to take care of all that by yourself, you can. But if you want to spend your weekend, your valuable time off, taking care of your laundry yourself, you can. Coin-operated machines. 609 West Lee Street in Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, and right there at 406 West Cedar in Loving. Check them out. Taking out trash coming up in just a second. We'll also talk about UFC fight. A big, big fight is coming up. We'll get to that in just a second. And tax day happening today. Brand new study. They studied the work habits of Americans and revealed that Washington, D.C. tops the list of Americans and the hardest working cities. Washington, D.C.
What?
They must have not looked at the White House. They must
Right.
have, yeah, they must have, yeah.
Yeah.
Hardworking cities. Top 5 hardworking cities in America. Anchorage, Alaska is, everybody works hard there. They do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are working hard there to get the hell out of Anchorage, Alaska. Even though I got a buddy that loves Anchorage, Alaska. He's lived in 2 cities in Alaska, Wasilla and Anchorage, and he loves his time in Alaska.
It's beautiful in the summertime.
Oh, during summer it's awesome. I don't know if I can get through the, but he had already lived in Wyoming, so it I guess it really didn't matter.
So it was warmer. That's what you're saying, is Alaska was warmer.
Yeah. According to a government survey, Japanese youth spend around 5 hours a day online, which to which Americans responded, "That's it." American kids spend 5 hours awake online. I mean, they go to bed with the phone in their hand.
Right.
I mean, what are you talking about? And 40 Planet Fitness locations across the country have received bomb threats. We did the story on Friday about the guy that was arrested because he said he identified as a woman and went into the Planet Fitness and wanted to shower with a 17-year-old girl, which to me, they already said that was okay for the other guy. Look, this whole thing, identifying as a woman, we have lost our damn minds. And here's the deal. If you have a penis, you dress in the men's dressing room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care which way you identify. If you have a penis, in all fairness, for most women, we should respect the women. And you know, everybody wants to respect transgender rights. What about the women's rights?
Mm-hmm.
What about their rights? Crazy. Oklahoma judge ordered the Kansas City Chiefs superfan known as the Chiefaholic, who admitted to a series of bank robberies to pay $10.8 million, to a teller that he assaulted with a gun. But he damn sure was a big Chiefs fan. And the Golden Bachelor, Jerry Turner and Teresa Nust, getting divorced after 3 months in marriage.
Already? I know the
Tom watched that show.
Right.
So, Tom,
He
tell us
scripted
how it ended.
90 days. That's about as long
He
as
was with her 90 days?
But
Wow.
I beat him by 92 days.
All right, we're going to get to is prison time. That's true. Tom did 92 days. Damn sure did. Yep. All right, we're going to get to prison time in New Mexico. Is it actually enough?
No.
And taking out the trash on the way. Our number 877-396-W105. We are B and the Breakfast Club. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Check them out today, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. Rand Supplies, Western Wear, they've got you covered. Looking good clothes, work gear, whatever it is you're looking for, they've got a huge supply. And good people. Really good people and great service. They have a full-service hardware store right there in that location. Certified Purina dealer, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Online, RoswellLivestock.com. You can also find them in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Tom in the text.
All right, so this text saying every time Tom does a remote at the fair, he gets mustard on his shirt, and he has to change them out with the freebies that y'all are giving away. I don't do mustard. I hate mustard. So it must be B. So.
No.
I know how to eat, Tom. I'm not like you. Get more food on the shirt and not in my mouth.
Well, if you ask the waitresses at the buffet, they'll tell you it's more on the table and the floor.
Oh, my Lord. It's terrible.
No more buffet
I've
for
eaten
Tom.
with him.
By
I felt
the
bad
way,
for
did
the
you go
people.
by and pay your tab at the other place that we talked about? Okay.
Yeah, I went up that afternoon.
Okay. All right.
I didn't have my wallet.
Wait,
that
let me
morning.
guess. He forgot his wallet.
I did. I left it here at that station.
How many times is that going to happen?
What? It just
So
happened.
the next day, my wife and I went in there to eat, and they said, "Hey, when you see Tom, will you please tell him to come pay his tab?"
Wow.
And I did. It was that same day.
Wait. Because you were thinking that you would see somebody in there and they'd pick up your tab.
No, I
It's
didn't.
exactly what you're I left my wallet. You know who I am, right? Yeah, you're the cheap bastard Tom A that always tries to get out of paying your tab.
On those.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
John
Great verbal expression.
John Fergunis says, good morning, guys. So we're going to start surveying the new illegal spies that they let into the country illegally. Is that what I'm hearing? Otherwise, why do we all of a sudden need to reenact FISA now? I mean, you know darn well that this is why they can this is why they can put the boot on the throat of their political opponents, says John from Eunice this morning. I like Alaska. It looks beautiful in the magazine, says this one texter.
Mm-hmm. It is a beautiful state. It really is.
It's beautiful.
I've never been there. I can't comment.
Low taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
How many states have you been to, Tom?
All 50 except this one.
Well, that's obviously not all 50. Have you been to Maine?
Yep.
I'm not buying any of this.
Vermont?
Vermont right next door. Yeah.
Minnesota?
Yep.
Ohio?
Well,
Michigan?
where did you go in Minnesota?
Ohio. Want to go visit some friends back in the day.
Yeah. What town did you go to?
I don't even remember. Some little, it ends with an
Uh-huh.
A. All those towns end with an A over there.
Yeah. Ohio. Where did you go in Ohio?
Columbus.
Yeah.
Look,
Boy. Yeah.
Flying through
Name
an
the
airport
town
doesn't
next
count.
to Columbus.
What, B?
Name the town next to Columbus.
I don't know. I just went to Columbus.
Yeah. I mean, you just like, what's that called when you blink your eyes and you're there?
Right.
Just because your plane landed there doesn't mean you went there.
and he didn't fly until 2010. That was his first time flying, ever.
What?
So I'm not buying all this.
You ever been to Kentucky?
And we've already asked how many states you've been to, and no, I'm not buying any
You
of
went to
this.
Kentucky.
Indiana. Where did you go in Indiana?
Went to see South Bend.
What about Kentucky?
Been to Kentucky.
Did you drive or fly?
I didn't drive.
Did you ride in a vehicle or did you fly in a plane?
My folks drove. So
What do you mean your folks? How old were you?
9 or 10, something like that.
So let me get this right. You were dirt poor, a migrant farmer, but you had all you had all this money to go on all these trips.
Yeah, well, we went where the work was. That's how I got to those places. Washington, Oregon, Utah,
North Dakota,
Idaho.
North Dakota.
I don't remember North Dakota.
Idaho?
Yeah. Lived there for 5
I didn't
years.
ask about your past.
California, New Mexico, Texas.
North and
I'm
South
not
Dakota,
buying
Nebraska.
I'm not buying it.
Been to Carolinas, yeah.
I'm not
Nebraska?
buying it.
West
I'm not
Virginia,
buying
been in
it.
Nebraska. Broke my arm in Nebraska.
I'm not buying all that. No.
Me either.
No, I'm not buying none of it. How much prison time do New Mexicans actually get when they're incarcerated?
I'm going to say average of 10 years.
I'm going to say about a third of whatever their sentence is.
A third. Yeah. I mean, I'm not asking about, like 10 years, but New Mexico criminals are sentenced according to the statutory requirements as well as judges' discretion, and offenders can earn sentence reductions for good behavior. So how much time do prisoners actually serve in this state? According to new research coming out of the New Mexico Sentencing Commission, you look at the data, and prisoners that are released during the fiscal year 2023, they determined how good behavior, called earned deductions, impacted the actual sentence. And it looks about 255 male offenders sentenced for a range of crimes. Data reveals serious violent offenders with basic sentences served about 89% of their total sentences. 89%.
Well, that's a lot higher than I thought.
Yeah, 89%. Wouldn't it be easier if we just say straight time?
Yes.
And here's the other deal. When they are waiting for their hearing and they're locked up in jail, why are we giving them those days to go towards their sentence?
Well, because they are locked up. I do kind of understand that.
I wouldn't even give them that. I mean, I'm just kind of hard ass when it comes to stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you get 365 days locked up, it should be 365 days in prison. In prison. We are way. And let me ask a bigger question: do these people learn their lessons? No. No.
Yeah,
that's the answer.
Yeah, the big question is, what is the recidivism rate?
So that did not touch on that. But look, there are people that do wrong and learn their lessons, but they're few and far between. And by the way, anybody that broke the law and was arrested, went to prison, and got out and became a productive citizen, I applaud you every single day. I know many, many felons that are just good people, and for me, would give the clothes off their backs for me. They went through and you know what? Most of them, they got arrested because of addiction problems and got clean and found another way of life. All right, Tom, your Roswell City councilors approved a sizable rate when it comes to water rates and wastewater and solid water, and get ready for it. Most people are going to be paying a lot more. I mean, the water rates could be going from $21.97 to $50 a month.
Oh, watch out. Huh.
So get ready for it.
$50. Yeah.
I would think that there has to be some grants that they can apply to redo all these water lines, and that's what they're saying, to improve the infrastructure.
There are
I
all
would think.
kinds of grants out there for that, and supposedly our state has money set aside. You know, we have a surplus that's supposed to go towards infrastructure, but but they only want to spend it up north.
Yeah, that's double more than it used to be, and so when you combine wastewater and all of that, and your bill's going to be over $100 a month for a family that or more.
Crazy,
That's another expense, and it's a bad time to put this on the back of the residents.
Right.
Pretty tough. All right, new data showing New Mexico is the only state with a drop in foreign-born population. Many migrants reportedly choose to come to the state and leave the state. 9.2% of people in New Mexico are not born in America, compared to the average 13% in every other state. Primary driver in migration is economic opportunity. New Mexico has not done well since the Great Depression. The only place that does fairly well is Southeast New Mexico when it comes to jobs. And people come and do their job, and many of them move to other states. We invest, and then they moved.
Well, you got New Mexico, rightly or wrongly, has a reputation everywhere, not just here, everywhere, to not being business friendly.
Yep. And that's why we can't get a bunch of jobs. When it comes to factory jobs and that type of stuff, it's tough in New Mexico.
And we have some top tier things. You look at Sandia and all those kinds of things.
Yeah,
we have top tier, but it's a not business friendly state.
Yep.
And during COVID, they tried to shut down all the mom and pops,
right,
and only keep the multi-billion-dollar corporations open.
Yep. Venezuelan national arrested and charged with stabbing somebody in East El Paso. Venezuelan national arrested and charged with stabbing somebody on April 13th. Supposedly it started with a domestic dispute. So no name given. All they say is a Venezuelan national. That's all we know. Border Patrol was not called because El Paso, of course, is not they're what's that called? Sanctuary city.
Yes, they
are. Charles Elliott. This guy had lost 42 races. 42 races. He kept getting in that car, Tom. It's been 18 months since he last won a race, but he did it Sunday at Texas Motor Speedway, ending his 42-race winless streak for NASCAR's most popular driver.
That's a
He
big
just kept
slump,
getting
man.
in that. He kept getting in that car, Tom, and he would take a right turn and then another right turn, and he kept doing it over and over, and he finally won.
I thought he kept turning left.
Well, maybe it's still left. Yeah.
That's a great track, too, by the way.
Yes, it is late. Yeah, yes, it is left.
Okay, B.
Thank you. President Trump had a huge rally. I don't know if you saw the rally in Pennsylvania. Unbelievable rally. And guess what they were chanting? Genocide Joe.
Down with Joe, down with Joe.
And Donald Trump, you can hear him in the background saying, well, they're not wrong.
Right.
They are not wrong. All right, big UFC fight. If you missed the fight this weekend, there were several good fights Saturday night on UFC, but nothing like the upcoming UFC fights. You've got Justin Poirier is back. You've got some of the big guys. And The Return, Tom, you know who's coming back? He had a sucky movie, according to Tom A.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, man. Connor.
What's the last name, Tom?
McGregor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
ding.
Tom's.
Ding, ding.
Oh.
Tom scores one.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
June 29th, Connor versus Chandler. 5 rounds, 170 pounds. Who's got the next question?
By the way, I looked at that lineup. That is pretty stout.
Is it? Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be pretty good. And Jake Paul and Tyson, I'm more excited about this fight. Me. And I mean, I'm pulling for Tyson. I'm pulling for Tyson just because, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt.
Did on Saturday that UFC fight with I can't ever say his last name. Renato is his first name, and I can never say his last name. Did you see he went on kind of a little rant with Joe Rogan was holding a microphone for him, and he just kind of did a rant after he beat down.
Yeah, I did.
Tucker.
I did see some of that. That knockdown by who was it? Holloway.
Yeah,
was unbelievable. Those guys just went toe to toe. He had already had the fight won.
Yeah,
and was like, let's do it.
When Joe Rogan held that mic up there, he goes, "I'm a huge advocate for the First Amendment, and of course, I want the $300,000 bonus, but they're not going to give it to me because someone says this is effing Disney. You can't curse, so I'm not going to do my speech. But first of all, I love America. I love the Constitution. I love the First Amendment. I want to effing carry all the effing guns. I love private property. If you care about your effing country, read Ludwig von Mises and the 6 lessons on the Austrian Economic School."
Wow.
He was kind of right on.
Yep. Hippocrates, the DNC paid Biden's lawyers $1.7 million in classified document case. So they have just discovered that the DNC forked out $1.7 million to pay Joe Biden's legal fees during the special consular Robert Hur's classified document probe. And by the way, where's the tape recording of that? Remember, we were supposed to, yeah. Mm-hmm. So the DNC paid off Joe Biden's bills. In the meantime, Donald Trump paying off his own bills. Makes no sense. Henry Cuellar. Tom, you know who Henry Cuellar is?
Wasn't he a representative out of Texas somewhere?
Yes.
He is a representative out of Texas. He goes all the way to San Antonio to the Del Rio and El Paso. Henry Cuellar warning that using federal aid to help migrants travel to San Antonio is a magnet to San Antonio. Said the city will get an additional $17.8 million to help the migrants, but at the same time, he said it will be a magnet to attract these individuals. $17.8 million. Thoughts and prayers, New York City officer and a sheriff's deputy killed in a shooting. By the way, the suspect is also dead. Police officer and the sheriff's deputy in New York were shot and killed yesterday. I guess it was really last night. And suspect was killed. Tom in the text.
All right. You know, this is Brandon from Carlsbad. I just wanted to send a shout out to my beautiful wife, April. Happy 5th anniversary. I love you so much, Brandon, and Carlsbad to his wife today. And the exhibition fight, the Tyson fight, won't be anything special. No knockouts at all. This texter's saying they're not allowed. And as far as the McGregor and Chandler fight, I believe when the fight is in the second round, that fight has been scheduled and pushed back so many times. Now it's stupid. Now Conor doesn't need the money. He's stupid rich, and no reason to get back in the octagon, says Mitchell from Lubbock.
Contraire, ego is the reason to get back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, and he has an ego that's twice the size of his height.
No doubt. No doubt.
Right. And
so I got the sneezies going on. I keep, that's why I had to go to Tom quick.
Yeah, I have allergies too this morning. Part of the problem the city has done is they closed to a third of part of the problem the city has is that they closed to a third of the lines in Roswell. are all asbestos lines that should have been replaced a long, long time ago. This is Travis from Roswell this morning.
But I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But there is infrastructure grants out there from the state and federal levels. Why aren't they going after those?
Yeah.
Why are they putting it on the backs of the
residents?
resident?
Maybe they got a grant and didn't use the money to reply. I'm only.
What was Tim Jennings doing?
Well, maybe it wasn't Tim. Maybe, it was before Tim.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was before
Tom. Maybe it was,
I guarantee you, Tom
one of the mayors
before.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was Tom, the brother.
No, I mean, but they had that problem for years. For
fix
years.
it. Well, look, that problem didn't start like this year.
Right.
When you and I were in Roswell, those mains always broke out there.
So the problem didn't start this year.
No. But, those pipes don't get any younger, so they got to
Pipes
burst.
don't get no younger.
No.
Pipes don't get no younger.
Yeah. So they're going to bust.
Pipes ain't getting no younger. All right, Supreme Court just ruled to force wokeism down the throats of the court. Latest move by the New Mexico Supreme Court to implement the new order allowing individuals to interact with the court system to specify their preferred pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
So if you identify, this is going to be interesting in some of these courts.
Well, they limit it to a few pronouns.
She, her, hers, he, him, his, are Ms., Mr., Mrs., Mr., or mix.
They,
now,
them,
mix.
their.
Mix means that it's a mix of pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
By God.
So the way that you address that is you just start addressing everybody by their last name.
Yeah.
Don't give them pronouns.
Crazy. 2 people hurt after they fell off the border wall in Sunline Park. Get ready. The lawyers are coming, and they will sue the hell. And by the way, these immigrants are going to make a lot of money. Wait for it. I don't know why they should make money. There should be signs at the border wall that says, climb at your own risk.
Right.
But wait for it. They will walk away with millions of dollars. I hope not.
What's the average height of those walls be? About 20 feet?
Again,
About 20 feet.
Again, our laws are for our citizens. People that either are natural-born citizen or naturalized citizens or any of those things where people become citizens.
Yep.
Our laws for that kind of stuff isn't for people here illegally.
It's nuts. Texas law enforcement executed search warrants for alleged depraved downloads and forced to call Homeland Security in when they discovered the child pornography, and the Houston area home was actually the home of a bunch of people that shouldn't even be in the country. Baytown, Texas. That reality played out over the weekend in Chambers County. Yeah, they went to execute a warrant over child pornography and found 10 individuals suspected of being illegal aliens. Social media posts regarding the ongoing investigation into child pornography. When they got there were a handful of people, all in the country illegally, and all maybe partaking in this child pornography. So that's pretty much all we have at this time. A 4-year-old drowned in Northwest Midland yesterday. Child died after drowning at an apartment complex. Midland police called to the apartment complex on Saturday. 4-year-old drowned in that pool. By the way, that investigation will continue. Autopsy is expected. 748, taking out the trash. We'll get to that coming up next. State Representative Randy Pettigrew reminding you he needs 2 things from you guys. He needs your vote. He needs your vote in the upcoming election. He also needs donations for his campaign. Go to the website. You can give right there at the website, RandallPettigrew.com. You need a guy like Randy Pettigrew continuing to go to Santa Fe and fight for Southeast New Mexico. Can you imagine Southeast New Mexico or New Mexico without the oil and gas industry?
Yep.
See, there are people that actually want that. I don't know where the thought process is, because without oil and gas, that's half of our revenue in this state. Our state budget is folded in half at that point. But that maybe they haven't thought about that. So you need people like Randy Pettigrew going up to Santa Fe and fighting for the oil and gas industry, fighting for our way of life in Southeast New Mexico. We're different than the folks up north. Fighting for our constitutional rights, fighting to protect our guns, fighting to protect the unborn, fighting to protect our kids. Randy Pettigrew is that guy. Find out more information today, RandallPettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. All right, we're going to get to the taking out trash coming up next. Also, the state opposes discharging the charges against Hannah Gutierrez. We'll tell you who that is coming up in just a second. And what's the percentage of people maxing out their credit cards in America? Tom, what do you think the
I'm going to say
percentage?
there's 70%.
70?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's that far off.
Yeah,
I think it's more than that, but yeah.
I'll get to that. Taking out trash up next. Tom on the text, 877-396-W105. Before we get to the text, Tom, text, and then text, and then maybe one more text, and then you can comment.
All right, so John from USO, the $6 billion is for humanitarian aid, and we can monitor that just like we monitored their building of the nuclear weapons that they're not supposed to have, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's asking this morning.
Spot on.
Yeah. And in the Albuquerque hospital, this text is asking, there is a picture of a dog that says she or he, or
no,
her, rather.
It says she or her.
Or her. Of a dog? Okay. Now, that's Mama Bear chiming in for that, says the texter. And B just can go left. You cannot go left, B, the texter's saying.
It says B just can't go left.
Right.
No, I just
he was
can't.
talking about the track.
It hurts me to say go left.
It was about the way they turn on the track.
Right.
All racetracks go left.
All go left. And did B do the list of countries with the biggest behinds yet? Yeah, he already did.
Yes, I did. South African.
South Africa is the number one big booty. out there.
Keep going.
Hi, B. This is LC1425. Does Stormy Daniel have a payback for Trump for not keeping quiet?
That's a great question.
Ask the texter.
This is a hush money trial, and she didn't hush. So
yes,
she
should have to pay him, damn it.
Yeah. It's all farce, every one of it. And you guys should watch the TV series Deep State, says the texter. I'll explain it all.
It'll explain it all.
It'll explain it all. I've never seen it, so I don't know what's up. I can't comment on it.
What did I just say?
Just
Read the text and then comment.
Well, I am, but we're running out of them. So there we go.
Well, I'm still stuck on he said it's all a farce.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what he's talking
well,
about.
the trial with this trial that begins this week.
Okay. What would that be?
It's a farce, man.
What
all
is
of it.
Oh, okay.
And how about building transgender, their own restrooms? This one text is asking.
Yeah, I mean, put the burden on the people, taxpayers.
I believe Tyson ain't going to follow the rules, and he's going to knock out Jake Paul.
I would hope.
Jake Paul has been talking about Tyson's deceased daughter like the punk he is.
Well, we'll see how that goes. All right, let's do taking out trash. 753. Taking out trash being brought to you by Trash Eaters. Trash-eaters.com, 575-390-4549. Reminding you that they do all your trash pickup. Give them a call today. And reminding you the Lovington Animal Shelter needs volunteers and donations. 575-552-3669. called them today. Taking out trash. An Oregon high school transgender track athlete competing against the girls. Sparked outrage on social media. 10th grader Adrian Gallagher competed for the Sherwood Need for the big classic they were running and blew away the competition in the 200-meter. Clocked in at 25.4. By the way, wouldn't even place with the boys. So you abuse the girls. And I let me just say this. As a dad, you know what I would tell my boys? Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself?
Well, they are. That's the problem, is that kind of boy is proud of himself.
Wow. Whew. It's a messed up world we live in.
Upside down world.
Trash.
Taking out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters. All right, the state opposes Hannah Gutierrez's conditional discharge request. State pushed back against that request. Tom, you know who she is. She's the armorer from the movie Rust.
Yes.
And they pushed back on the idea of letting her out of jail after being found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in that deadly movie shooting. And part of the reason they're pushing back is they said that she hasn't shown any remorse.
Huh.
That's part of the reason. By the way, her lawyers are asking for leniency. And I guess Monday will be, today will be her sentence. Her sentencing.
Supposed to get 18 months, right?
Well,
yeah, we'll see where that plays out.
Here's the question. When you're talking about violent criminals, which that usually falls into, right? I mean, somebody died.
Yeah.
Are they a danger to society? Like, are they one of these gangbangers out there shooting at people? Yeah. You know, that's one of the questions. She's not. So they're keeping her and not letting her do these things because they're trying to make an example out of her.
Exactly.
But you can get these people that'll do drive-by shootings, and they revolving door. They're right back out.
They'll let them out. Yeah. All right, 1 in 3 Americans maxing out their credit cards because of inflation. 1 in 3. So 35% of Americans said they have maxed out their credit cards in recent years. Of those who have maxed out their credit cards, 85% said that they pushed their credit cards to the limit because they couldn't keep up. Inflation. By the way, of all the people maxing out their credit cards, millennials carry the highest credit card debt load. Yeah, millennials are carrying.
And I agree with they can't keep up because of inflation and stuff. But part of the problem is you got to learn to live below your means.
You do. You have to live below your means.
You can't say, well, my parents have this standard of living that they worked their whole life for, and I just deserve it fresh out of school.
Yeah, and that is part of the problem.
Big mistake.
It is that, a lot of folks think, well, I went and got this college degree, and I should be CEO now.
Right, and that
not
ain't
the way it works.
Right.
And Tom, you have some of that mentality. Well, I got this piece of paper, and that piece of paper puts me at a better position than everybody else.
No, it doesn't. If I'd wanted to, I'd go west.
Go west.
Like you'd hit the Oregon Trail or what?
Right. Well, you know what they say, you go west.
Mean?
The old saying, go west, young man. I would have gone west.
What the hell does that mean?
You're in the Southwest.
Yeah, but I'm not in the West Coast.
So you want to go to California?
No.
Please.
What? I always wanted to go east.
Well, you just said west. Make up your damn mind.
But life happened, so I didn't go east.
Well, God bless you.
Played around.
Senator Fetterman breaks with President Biden. Said that the U.S.
Is it wrong that I'm liking what
he's
doing? Is it wrong that I like what he's saying lately?
No. He said we should attack that we should always back Israel, and we should attack Iran. We should respond. America should respond. You don't think our intelligence entities know exactly where their drones and their missiles are kept?
Of course they do.
Just take them all out. I'm not asking for boots on the ground. Just take them all out. Tom, the richest NFL owners.
Jerry Jones.
What do you think, Jerry Jones? You think he's the richest?
Right at the top.
Not even close, bro.
Gillette?
Not even close. Not even close.
Really? He's
Rob
not like
Walton.
top 5?
Yeah. No, not even top 5.
Huh.
Rob Walton of the Denver Broncos.
Oh, he owns the Broncos. That's right.
$77.4 billion. Hunt family, Kansas City Chiefs, $24.8 billion. David Tepper of the Carolina Panthers, $20.6 billion. The Allen family, $20.3 billion. Seattle Seahawks. Stan Koken, $16.2 billion for the Rams. And the Johnson family, $16.4 billion for the Jets. And then Jerry Jones comes in at number 7, $13.8 billion.
Yeah, but all of them got lousy stadiums. Maybe the Rams are probably got one of the best stadiums. Lamar Hunt is begging
Did you
over
say
there.
they're all lousy stadiums?
They are. AT&T Stadium has the longest jumbotron. It's 80 feet long, dude. You been there?
Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yeah.
My dog was a guest of the Cowboys for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
and he
every
actually
home
got
game.
to pee on the star. He peed right there.
No,
on
he
the
did
star.
not.
He
welcomed.
Wait, let me tell a story.
No.
Tell the story, buddy.
He welcomed. He was on the star. As a matter of fact, if you go on his Facebook page today, I posted one of the pictures of him on the star, actually. But he even welcomed the 1 millionth person through the door with Jerry Jones.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That's
we were there
awesome.
for 2 years, Tom. I know what it's like. I've been to the back. I've been everywhere in that stadium.
I don't know. My story about him peeing on the star just sounded so much better.
He has way more or had way more manners than Tom. So he would not
no
pee on the
doubt.
star.
All right, a married substitute teacher caught undressing in a car with a student.
Uh-oh.
Elkhorn, Harney, Nebraska. Married substitute teacher arrested after allegedly being caught undressing with a male student. 17-year-old boy in the back seat, Aaron Ward, 45 years old, has been arrested.
What is wrong with these teachers?
I don't know. I mean, aren't there like some grown men, or do you want to really be a teacher? Is that what it is?
Well, and she was married.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, sure was. All right, 802 KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM. Things that happened on this date in history. Being brought to you by Two-Way Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range. You can find them today in Hobbs, veteran-owned and operated. They have the Milo FBI training simulator in there. You can shoot live fire and laser. Over 1,000 different scenarios. You want to train like the professionals do? Perfect place. Indoor shooting range, climate control, very, very nice. These guys have all your firearm accessories, all your guns. They have tactical gear. They've got everything you might need, and a huge selection of firearms. Our buddy Dwayne Pennick welcomes you in. Come on out and check them out. And by the way, if you're using the gun range, you can buy a membership, a monthly membership, or pay by the hour. 236 East Navajo, Suite 1200 in Hobbs, 2A Tactical Range.com. Things that happened on this date in history. Bottle opener was invented in 1738. Joseph Presley discovered a piece of rubber could erase a pencil.
Yeah.
It became a well-known event, Tom. The eraser that goes on top of the pencil. Invented on this date in 1770. Harley Procter developed ivory soap on this date in 1878. Walt Disney cartoon Huey, Dewey, and what was the last one, Tom?
Louie.
Yes, Donald's Nephews in 1938 was developed. And first bank credit card was issued on this date in 1952. Hard to believe there has ever been times when people weren't in this deep of debt that we are now. Yeah. We're the Boston Marathon Day going on. Today is your day to file your income tax. Fact that today, federal income tax deadline is a complete surprise to you. You're doomed. 30% of Americans will have to wait until today to file their tax. 30%. Wait till the last day. Massey Williams of Game of Thrones is 27. She's 5'1".
Arya Stark is who she played.
Yeah. Emma Watson is 34.
Wow.
You know who she is, Tom? Who is she?
Actress.
Yeah, what did she play in?
Bunch of movies.
Hogwarts.
She was Hermione in Harry Potter.
Canadian actor, comedian Seth Rogen is a tax day baby at 42. Chris Stapleton is 46. Emma Thompson is 65. It's a double Emma day today. Olympic gold medal Evelyn Ashford is 67 years old. Back in the day, she was the fastest woman. Back in the day. Dave Edmonds is 80 years old. Tom, I had a big song. If you can name it, I got a $20 bill in my pocket for you.
Yeah, I ain't never gonna see it.
Well, go ahead and name it.
This girl's for you.
Well, I mean, I'm not knocking around with it, Tom. I hear you knocking. I hear you knocking. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms and the Indoor Firing Range. Go ahead, Blake.
In 1947, Jackie Robinson became the first African-American to play a regular season Major League Baseball game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And McDonald's first opened today, by the way. The very first
really?
one. Yeah. Ray Kroc opened first McDonald's in DePlain, Illinois in 1955.
Wow.
Heart attacks came later. and back in the day, they actually had ice cream machines that worked.
Yeah, because that's what he did.
I'm not joking.
No, that's what he did before McDonald's was he actually did milkshake machines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Didn't he own the San Diego Padres at one time?
I have no idea.
I think maybe his wife. Well, maybe he owned it and then she inherited. Maybe. All right, on the way, we're talking about $12 million in federal grants. We'll tell you what they're going to use that for in El Paso. Zelensky, he wants more. We'll talk about that. 3 suspects arrested in retail theft. You're not going to believe what they used to rob the joint. And mugshot released, and they were like, wait a second, that's the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law was part of the guys that killed this woman.
Dang.
I'll get to that. And a transgender boxer was knocked out over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
We'll tell you about that. And another woman leaves her kids and goes on a cruise. By God, what's the matter with you? We'll get to those stories coming up in a second. We're late. We got to get to the national anthem and the pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long, 575-393-2661. Home, auto, life insurance, recreational insurance. You can take care of all of that. Call Rebecca today, 575-393-2661. She's got 40-plus years in the business. 40-plus years. Started her business with farmers at the age of 19. If you've been thinking about shopping your insurance around, give her a call, 575-393-2661. 808, here's the national anthem and pledge on W105.
Good morning. My name is Mia Jensen. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
God bless America. God bless you. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Jude Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life.
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
811 be on the Breakfast Club morning show being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 firearms in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns. They've got them all. Thinking about getting personal protection. They have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. First-time gun owners, go in there and talk to the good folks. Don't forget, closed Saturday, always open on Sunday, 1907 North Main in Roswell. 87 today and blowing dust, 45-mile-an-hour winds, most of that from the southwest. 40-mile-an-hour winds tonight, and then 25-mile-an-hour winds coming up for Tuesday. High 83 with sunny skies on Tuesday. Wind should be gone by Wednesday. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on. We'll qualify you for the cash. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300, settling the big cases, and the Patch, a $10 million case. $9 million medical malpractice case. Settling car accidents, slip and falls, any type of personal injury. Call Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. And if you need somebody to defend you in the court of law, Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. 8:13, qualifying you for the cash. News coming up next. We're being the Breakfast Club, W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling. Pops Power Washing in Lovington presenting the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Israel's war cabinet is discussing a response to Iran launching drones and missiles Saturday, most intercepted, dozens by the U.S. military.
We had American fighter pilots in the air, first time ever that we were involved in the active defense of Israel in a combat sort of scenario.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby on Fox. The FBI has opened a criminal investigation into last month's Baltimore bridge collapse.
Investigators have been on board the cargo ship Dolly, which struck one of the bridge's support columns. The NTSB, which is also investigating, says it's focusing on the vessel's electrical power system. The FBI's investigation reportedly focuses on the circumstances leading up to the crash and whether all federal laws were followed.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Former President Trump is at a courthouse in New York City for the start of jury selection in his criminal case about covering up hush money payments before the 2016 election. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Senator Stephen McCutcheon. Our way of life is under attack every day by the radical progressives in Santa Fe. Politicians like to talk, but I'm fighting for our community day in and day out to defend the values we hold dear. As a rancher, oil and gas contractor, and conservative fighter, I'm defending our way of life. I fought to secure the border, increased penalties for drug cartels, stood up to the woke left in Santa Fe trying to take our guns away, but I'll never let them. That's why I'm proud to be the only candidate in the campaign for Senate District 42 endorsed by the National Rifle Association, because I'll always fight for our God-given rights. And my very first act as your senator was to impeach Michelle Lujan Grisham. My values are deeply rooted in our community. As a father of 4, I'm fighting to make New Mexico better for the next generation. I'd be honored to have your vote in the Republican June 4th primary. Paid for by Stephen McCutcheon for Senate.
MTD Radio presents its Spring Job Fair Saturday, April 27th at the Lee County Event Center in Hobbs. Whether your business needs seasonal employees for the summer or permanent employees, whether you're looking for part-time staff or full-time staff, this is an opportunity to get face-to-face with potential employees. If your business would like a booth at this event, call or text Gloria Estrada at 575-390-3569. Again, that's 575-390-3569. Chow Cowboy Days is coming April 26th and 27th with live entertainment and fun for the whole family during this free community event. Shop lots of vendors starting at 5 p.m. Friday the 26th with live music from Maximo Norte and La Fuerza del Bravo starting at 7 p.m. Then Saturday the 27th, enjoy a full day of cowboy events including a Dutch oven cook-off, cattle drive down Main Street, calf branding, blacksmith demonstration, Little Buckaroo's Western wear competition, a silent auction to benefit local stroke victim Harvey Tavares, and much more. Plus, Saturday night at 7:30, enjoy the Western sounds of Caitlin Butts. Don't miss Jow Cowboy Days, April 26th and 27th at Jow Lake Park. To become a vendor, call 575-308-9667.
Here's your chance to rip off the tax man. Now through April 15th, everything at the Working Guys store is tax-free. That's right, zip, zero, no tax on work boots, FR jeans and shirts, coolers and accessories, caps, western wear, scrubs, work gloves. The price you see is all you pay. We'll pay the tax. But hurry, tax-free ends April 15th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Guerrilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Guerrilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
It's time for the annual membership meeting of Lee County Electric. This year marks their 75th anniversary. Join them on Friday, April 26th during regular business hours in Lovington and Tatum, New Mexico and Plains, Texas. Attendees will receive a registration gift, have the opportunity to vote, and be entered for the grand prize of $2,500 from Lee County Electric. Lovington will host a drive-through event while Tatum and Plains will open their lobbies for registration. To streamline your registration process, find a personalized registration card in the back of the April issue of the Enchantment magazine. The business portion of the meeting will be streamed on Facebook Live at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Lee County Electric, 75 years strong, owned by those we serve.
I thought
thought you said we were gonna do something fun.
This is fun.
Pizza and Netflix? Are you kidding me?
It's a good movie.
I'm done with you.
Are you tired of the same old routine? Life gets boring, doesn't it? Well, it's party time at Cal's Cactus Lanes, now under new management. We're out with the old and in with the new. It's time for some. Oh, yeah. Come check out the new and improved party place and bring the family for some cosmic bowling fun every Friday and Saturday. You want to throw a party? I love parties. We'll let the good times roll at Cal's Cactus Lanes. And when you're done rolling strikes, visit Cal's Shade Western for the best drinks this side of the Mississippi. I thought we lived on the Pecos. Cal's Cactus Lanes, now newly remodeled and under new management. You can even book your parties there. Call 575-887-1933 or go by 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. It's amazing. Cal's Cactus Lanes is an equal opportunity employer. Apply within.
You guys ready?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
And I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Hi, I'm movie critic Lance Hardin, and many people are asking, who is Stormy Daniels? Well, in 2005, she was in the mega comedy hit The 40-Year-Old Virgin, where she's credited as playing the character porn star. She's also been seen in Good Will Humping and a string of movies where they brilliantly found a way to incorporate her name in the titles, like Operation Desert Stormy. Now, I'll be honest, I find it hard to sit through an entire one of her movies. I enjoy them at first, but then I seem to lose interest after one or two scenes. It seems like a lot of actors enjoy working with Stormy. I think we'll be seeing her man-made talents on screen for a long time. I'm movie critic Lance Hardin. I'll see you at the theater. And in the meantime, don't forget to clear your browser.
877-396-W105. It is a stormy Monday.
Well, today's Stormy Monday. Stormy Daniels back in the mood.
It's Stormy Daniels.
And for Trump, it's not a fun day. Poor old Donnie's got the blues. Did he pay those dues? Oh, that hush money would have come in handy. 'Cause income tax is also due. Me and you.
By the way, if he'd have paid Stormy Daniels from the campaign, we would not have a problem. Their number one witness. Tom, who's the number one witness for this case?
Stormy Daniels, yeah.
No, it's not her. Why would she be the number one witness?
Well, if she did have sex with him, she would know firsthand, right?
It's not about if they had sex. That's not what this is about.
Number one, they never had sex. They never had sex. Even she admitted they never had sex.
Really, you're not going to have sex with Stormy Daniels?
It has nothing to do with that.
What's it got to do
Tom,
with
I'm
it?
not saying I'm not going to have sex with Stormy Daniels. Well, no, let me rephrase that. I'm saying I'm not having sex with Stormy Daniels. Now you got me twisting my damn words. He did not have sex with Stormy Daniels.
And unlike Bill
Of course
Clinton,
he didn't.
unlike Bill Clinton,
Right.
they both.
Wait, Blake. What do you mean? Of course he didn't.
No, that was Tom saying. Of course he didn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by that, Tom?
Well, of course
she
he
has
did.
said that she didn't have sex with him. He has said they didn't have sex.
Right.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, of course he says he didn't have sex with her.
Because he
Wouldn't you?
didn't.
Wouldn't
He
you?
didn't.
Now, if he would have married to Milena, that's fine with me.
Oh. Rabbit
You know what?
hole.
I'm going to be honest, Tom.
Can I have a button that says rabbit hole?
Oh my Lord! By God, are you were in a contest? I just need to know. Are you in a contest?
Why? Why, Debbie?
Today's Stormy Stormy Monday. Stormy Daniels back in the...
Oh, my Lord. 823. Jury is getting ready to be set. And I think it's great that Donald Trump is there for the jury. All he needs is one person.
Mm-hmm.
One. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need for all of this to be thrown out is one. New York, can we get one person with a half a brain that throws all this crap out? One. That's all we need is one. So, Tom, do you think they spent a lot of money on jury selection?
Oh, yeah.
Investigating?
Oh, yeah. And then you got to strike the jurors, and you got to get more jurors if you don't have enough jurors. This and that. It's going to be going on for a while.
What does that have to do with how much they've spent so far?
Well, you gotta call them and mail them stuff.
How much does it cost to call them?
Call them and mail them stuff. Yeah. What are you mailing them? Like an 8-ball?
Let them know you've got jury duty.
And how much does that cost?
Then you got to feed them and everything else. And you got to house them if they're sequestered.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about. Never mind. Blake, you knew what I was talking about, right?
Yes. My big question is this: if they get that one person, and it goes away, can Trump go after them for election interference?
I would hope. I would hope. And something tells me it is going to be very difficult. It's not like the other trial where the judge decided the whole thing.
Right.
And by the way, he's in trouble. The appellate court has already came back and said he overreached on everything.
Good.
He's
we knew
in trouble.
that from the beginning, man.
Of course we did. This is not about knowing it in the beginning. It's about slowing down the process and keeping him off the campaign trail.
Mm-hmm. So can he go after him for election interference?
I would hope. I would hope.
And turn the tables on Fannie, whatever her name is, Willis, for election interference.
And you know another thing I hope? I really hope that Stormy comes into the courthouse today, Tom, and I hope she has the slutty dress on.
Stormy Monday.
I'm just saying, I hope she does.
Stormy Daniels back in.
I hope she's showing every one of her assets. Not hiding anything God gave her.
Poor old Donnie's got.
What do you think about that, Tom?
Well, we'll see.
Name one movie she was in, Tom. Name a movie she was in.
Debbie Does Dallas? No.
No, it would be Stormy Does Seattle. Sorry about that. 10D for the National Beard Mustache Championship in Florida broke 3 Guinness World Book of Records for the longest beard, the longest mustache, and the partial beard. Needless to say, these people really took everybody on quite a mustache ride. They really did. The beard sport participation stood side by side, and their facial hair was, 86 people chained their beards together. 195 feet of nothing but beards. And a woman convicted, she had a prison sentence delayed multiple times for hardship and was leading a very active social life abroad. Lots of beach time, lots of, now she'll get nothing but prison time. Yeah, she said she was sick, but she was actually on the beach abroad. Craziness. O.J. Simpson, his kids, including 2 that he had with Nicole, were at his side during his final days, they say.
Wow.
And oops, O.J. Simpson's obituary. We talked about this on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they actually put Trump walked out of the correctional. Well, how can you screw that up?
Okay, so here's what happens, and I believe that this is probably what happened. And at our paper, we don't let anyone do this because this kind of thing is the result. So you will have reporters that will write fake stuff or stuff they wished was real or things like that. And then when it goes through the editing process, one of those will get through, which is what I think happened in this case. And this is really, how they all feel. And they wrote it kind of as a joke. It's kind of like when you do slug lines and stuff like that. We don't let that go on at our paper, but some papers do. And it could have been even slugged that way. And they all had a good joke about it, but they missed it when they went back to edit it. So that's, if you want to know how they really feel, maybe a little Freudian slip kind of a thing or something like that. But
Yep.
That's
not good. Not good.
It's
WNBA, Indiana Fever having a first-round pick. They could pick Caitlin Clark. She won't be that far from home, but they could get that pick. What kind of contract do you think she signs, Tom?
Poor contract. Them women don't get paid.
A poor contract. I mean, I was just trying to ask about money.
Yeah, probably $500,000. But she's getting $1 million plus to play on 3-on-3 with Ice Cube. His best
she was offered $3 million for the record. I don't want to. I want to throw in.
I would wait till the regular NBA draft.
Why would you wait to when you can make? You just said they got paid crappy.
The rookie contract, you get paid right $10 million right off the bat.
Not WNBA, Tom.
The NBA. If I were an NBA team, I would.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Dear Lord, please help me.
Well, just because
is she going to play in the NBA?
I would draft her if I was an NBA team.
You remember that old commercial where it was the actor and actress that played Jerry Seinfeld's parents, and they were talking about the phone service, and it's about no circles? You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, we need that button.
My God.
I need that button. Right
the average salary for WNBA, $75,000.
That is
average salary.
Corn feed, dude.
$75,000. So what you're telling me is she should turn down $3 million from Ice Cube to take $100,000. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
That sounds like a great business plan.
If I was an NBA
That's how Tom does.
NBA owner who had any courage, I would take her as my first.
Yes,
pick.
wasted draft pick. Yeah. By the way, the highest paid player, Erica Wheeler, makes $101,000.
That's it, man. See, there you go.
Highest paid. But yeah, waste your draft pick and take a Caitlin Clark, who is a good women's player.
But she can shoot. That's all you need her for. You don't need her to block shots or nothing like that or get rebounds.
Yeah, because it's not a team sport. It's not a team sport.
No. The other guys do it. When Dennis Rodman played for the Bulls, his main duty was to get rebounds and blocks. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen did the rest.
He also put up a bunch of shots under the basket, Tom.
Well, easy
I don't know
shots.
if you remember that. Byron Donalds, Republican, talks about Joe Biden. Here's what he had to say.
Joe Biden is the master of disaster. I've been calling him that. I'm going to continue to call him that because it's true. Everything the man touched has turned to crap. Absolute hot garbage. But they can't reverse course because if you do that, you have to go back to the Trump policies. And the last thing they want to admit is that Donald Trump was right. But the reality here is that we have to have common sense economic policy here in Washington, D.C., common sense budget policy here in Washington, D.C., so the American people can thrive.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that is not happening. And you know what? I blame Republicans and I blame Democrats alike. This deficit didn't get to where it's at right now. Our debt didn't get to close to $34 trillion. It wasn't all. As much as I would like to say that it was all Democrats, it wasn't. It wasn't. And J.D. Vance of Ohio, they want to blame Trump for Putin, but I got a feeling that if Trump was president, Putin wouldn't have invaded Ukraine. Here's what he said.
First, Jake, the idea that Putin loves Donald Trump or Donald Trump loves Putin is absolutely absurd. Putin was actually pretty well behaved during the Trump administration. He invaded another country during the Biden administration. So for these guys to say that Putin prefers Donald Trump is completely ignores the underlying realities on the ground here. We actually had some real security deterrence when Donald Trump was president.
Yep, and I think he's right. Iran wouldn't be bombing Israel either. Definitely. All right, over $12 million in federal grants announced in El Paso. You know what they're going to use the money for? Any idea?
Some kind of migrant thing.
Yeah, take care of the migrants. Yes, that's what we'll use the money for.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, not to fix the roads, not to put forward infrastructure. Take care of the migrants, definitely. Zelensky says he needs the air defense like Israel. Yeah. Let us build you the Iron Dome. Yes, but don't worry about the cost. America is going to back. Not a problem. 3 suspects arrested in retail theft. Santa Monica, California. They stole $23,000 in merchandise. This is a organized retail theft gang. Robbery happened about 4 a.m. in the morning. They went to the Ultra Beauty store. Sledgehammers. That's how they robbed the place. They destroyed the glass and went in there and stole all the high-end perfume and makeup and that type of stuff. $23,000. By the way, they have arrested them. All of them have been arrested. Any idea where they're from?
Venezuela.
Yes. Ding, ding. You get it right. Congratulations. Booking photos have been released of the 4 people in connection with the disappearance of the 2 Kansas women who were last seen driving through the Oklahoma Panhandle. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation announced on Saturday they made 4 arrests. One of them was actually the mother-in-law.
Really?
The mother-in-law? Really?
Crazy.
Wow. Congratulations. And she looks to be at least 60. Either that or methamphetamine. I don't know which one. Transgender boxer Patricio Manuel issues a defiant statement. And they get knocked out in 21 seconds.
Right.
So the transgender boxer, help me here, Blake. Let me make sure. Fought at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indigo, California. The boxer was a 5-time female amateur boxing champion.
Correct. Really, really successful in the female ring.
And then transitioned into a male.
Yes, and did the whole way.
Really?
So they now they are male.
Yeah. And so fought against a male and got knocked out in 21 seconds.
Of course.
So, Tom, do you still think it's a good idea for Caitlin Clark to play in the NBA?
Yeah, she's not going to get knocked out or nothing.
Yeah. How tall is she, Tom? How tall is Caitlin Clark?
What, 6'2", something like that?
I don't believe, but...
she's the average height of an average NBA player.
Look, this boxer...
She's about the average height of an NBA player?
About 6'2", yeah.
Now, you've said some dumb things in your time on the radio.
Right.
but 6'2" is the average height
What average
of
height?
an NBA player.
I think the average height is like 6'5", 6'6".
No, that's a little bit up or a little bit higher. A little bit taller.
I bet you that.
She's 6 foot tall.
I'm going to look up the average NBA. But this this fighter is the only person, the only boxer ever born female that competed professionally in the male category.
I got her butt.
Average height NBA 6'6".
Oh, it's in the neighborhood.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean 6 inches. I mean, what's 6 inches, right, Tom?
Well, for a shooting guard, that's average for her. She don't have to be that tall to shoot the ball.
So, what's 6
You
inches?
said she was average, and she is
How
6 inches below
How tall
average.
is LeBron James, Tom?
Oh, that guy's about 6'8", 6'9".
And what position does he play?
He plays the guard too.
Oh, he's a shooting guard.
Oh, he's thank you.
But Caitlin's not going to go
It is
inside.
so easy to debunk everything you throw.
Oh, no. Caitlin's, look, did you watch the All-Star game this year? She went against Stephen Curry in the three-point contest.
She went against who?
Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry.
That's Steph Curry's brother, by the way.
Well, Steph Curry, the wizard shooter for the
The
Golden State
wizard?
Warriors. That guy can shoot it from anywhere. Anyway, he only beat her by 4 points. 2 shots, that was it.
So that's nobody in your face, right?
Yeah.
It's like a glorified game of horse.
Yeah.
Well, nobody going to come out and guard her.
Especially if she's on an
71-year-old
NBA team, right? They'll just let her do whatever they want. They won't.
You guys don't know anything about
I mean,
basketball.
they're just going to let her score. Yeah. That's the equity part about the inclusion. 71-year-old stabbed to death in Colfax County, New Mexico. And New Mexico State Police working together to discover the victim's vehicle was missing. And vehicle and the suspects were found in Wagon Mound. And suspect taken into custody. Mysterious object found on the beach in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Any idea what you think that it was, Tom?
Shark.
A shark.
I think that wouldn't be a mysterious object.
Yes. It was linked to an old military program in the Cold War.
Wow.
And actually a secret piece of military stuff. And this thing is huge. When you look at it, it's huge. So congratulations. Here's the story about the mother that went on the cruise. Another one. Mother of 2 in Texas, arrested and is behind bars, allegedly left her young children at home for nearly a week while she went on a cruise. Remember we had this story, the other lady and the baby died. It was like a 9-month-old baby, and she left it in the crib, no water, no nothing.
And these two?
So 29-year-old Letitia Woods William was arrested, 2 charges of endangerment of a child on Thursday, leaving a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old alone at her high-rise apartment in Houston. So let me get this right. You're living in government housing, and you're leaving the kids by themselves while you go on a cruise. Thank God somebody came to check on the kids and found the kids and rescued the kids from this monster. And a border rancher records 3,000 images of illegal immigrants, saying the U.S. Border Patrol has been regulated to a taxi service. The Arizona rancher, Tom, you said that people can just come on your property, right?
No,
Yeah.
I never said that.
Yeah, he was good with that.
What are you talking about? You said that was fine.
No, I said if they enter your house, then all bets are off.
But you said it was okay for them to go on your property.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did. Last week. Now you got me talking like Michael Jackson.
Because we were talking about the rancher, and you said that he should just leave him alone.
Just let him go. Anyway, Joe Chilton has said that he's seen multiple cartel-led folks with AK-47s taking pictures of them. He actually took pictures of these individuals and handed off 3,050 images of people in camo, with carpet on their feet, with backpacks, and turned them into the Border Patrol. And with AK-47s on their back. I guess that's for their own personal use, right, Tom?
That's it.
Protecting themselves. Yeah. Maybe Joe Biden should go after those AK-47s instead of law-abiding citizens.
No. You can have an AK-47. You can't have an AR-15.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because the AKs are very popular amongst anything supplied by Russian manufacturers. So you can have those. You just can't have American manufacturers.
I do apologize. All right, Tom, quickly to the text, 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by WWRV, 3 RV parks in Carlsbad, 30 and 50 amps available. They've got all your utilities included and one low price. That does include high-speed internet wired right to your location. They're pet-friendly, very well lit up, nice place to stay. WWRV3.com or 988-0392. Tom in the text.
All right, I think they need to revamp how they pay congressmen and senators, this text is saying. I think they should be paid the lowest amount possible because I don't think they do anything for us except line their pockets, says the text.
Minimum wage.
I'm not going to debate that.
And you guys remember the tax deadline a while ago? I filed in the first round, and 3.5 months later, I still haven't received anything, says the texter. Progress at all, he says, or this text.
Well, just get ready. They're probably going to audit you.
Right.
No, please,
No,
I
that's
hope
true.
they don't.
Well, I mean, that is one of the indications.
Yeah, it is.
Travis of Texas, did y'all see the video of the Good Samaritan in Lumberton, North Carolina? Shoot the guy who stole his truck and then he got ran over. That's crazy.
Oh, dude, it was, and you know what? The guy left, and then the truck came back and ran him over and drug him. If you haven't seen that, go, I think it's up on Fox this morning. Go check it out at Fox News.
And warning, it's kind of sensitive.
Oh, graphic.
Yeah,
very graphic.
Oh.
Yeah.
And bodies were found yesterday in that Kansas case, just pending positive identification, says this one text.
And they have made that arrest. So 4 individuals.
And why would a country who can't stand America, and wants to destroy or support a Republican president? A country like Russia and China support Democrats because they're trying to destroy the Second Amendment and the entire Constitution.
Well, they're just trying to destroy America. 847, Boob of the Day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. Stem cell therapy, they offer ozone therapy. If you're living in pain, those are 2 things that you can do to help with the pain. Also, the cryotherapy. If you're not feeling good, go get the blood work done. They have a full-service lab right there on location. It all begins with the blood work. Want to find out what's going on? Go get the blood work done. And the cool thing is they spend a lot of time with you. I have never spent close to an hour talking to a doctor about what's up with me. Never. Never until I went and met with Kelly and his staff. And they go through everything. They did the same thing with the wife. And they can go through. Maybe it's hormonal. And guys, I hate to tell you, you got hormones. Yeah, you got hormone. Low testosterone, Tom. Well, I shouldn't use Tom as an example, but when your testosterone is down, it affects your moods. It can affect a lot of different things. So check them out. 3900 North Lovington Highway, online at thedesertfma.com. Follow them on Facebook. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day, 848.
High school kids have been pulling dumb stunts forever, but the key is to not get charged with a crime. The 17-year-old student at Baker High School in New York was arrested for a stunt he pulled last month. He sent out a fax, posing as the principal, announcing that he was resigning. He was caught after police realized he put his own cell phone number on the cover sheet of the fax. So he was discovered because he didn't know how faxes worked. He created a fake school email account and used it to send the fax. He also used accounts to try to get another student in trouble and to get private information about another student. Both of those efforts were unsuccessful. He was charged with 2 counts of criminal impersonation. And for that, you are the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. On the way, a Texas doctor found guilty of poisoning a patient. Man in custody killing his ex-girlfriend's current boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
And the average American kid gets bored in how many minutes? I'll give you the answer. In O.J. Simpson's brain, what are they going to do with his brain? I'll tell you more about that coming up. 849, checking in with news this morning, being brought to you by David Trujillo. He is a Desert Storm veteran, 15 years of service, and he's running for County Commissioner, District 1 in Lee County. He's a registered Republican, works in the oil and gas industry, so he supports the oil and gas industry. David has also been Mayor Pro Tem or City Commissioner for 20 years in Lovington and understands how to go get capital improvement money and understands how to stay on budget, understands the ups and downs of the oil and gas industry and how that affects your budget. Find out more information today. Follow David on Facebook, David Trujillo on Facebook, running for County Commissioner, District 1 in Lee County as a Republican. Find out more information. Message paid for by David Trujillo. 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We're coming right back. We're going to qualify you for the cash news now. It's 10 minutes away from 10 away from 9, W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling. Pops Power Washing in Lovington presenting the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. Eddy County Sheriff's Office investigating after suspected human remains were found in Carlsbad Caverns National Park. According to the Sheriff's Office, remains are believed to be human found on the Yucca Canyon Trail. It is not known if foul play is suspected so far at this time. They're investigating. That trail, though, is back open to the public. The Sheriff's Office investigating along with the National Park Service. Anyone who has information on this incident, you can contact Eddy County Sheriff's Office investigation. Month of April has brought awareness to sexual assault, something experts say that happens almost every minute throughout the U.S. The UNM Lobo Respect Advocacy Center says they're hosting events throughout the month to remind students they have resources and hope to change the campus culture, saying this is not just a UNM problem, a New Mexico problem, an American problem, it's a global problem, according to Julia Egger, a confidential campus advocate. So far this month, the Advocacy Center has hosted a consent fair and a soul survivor visualization to bring awareness on campus. Christopher Cordova's firing as superintendent of Carlsbad City Golf Course was upheld by the city council after Cordova appealed his termination from the post earlier this month for allegedly drinking on the job, mismanaging funds, and abusing employees. Cordova will be reinstated as a city employee after a unanimous council vote Wednesday, but not as manager and not as golf course employee. He may be rehired to a position determined later by city officials. The council considered his appeal during a 6-hour special meeting held at the Janelle Whitlock Municipal Annex. The personnel hearing was held open to the public at Cordova's behest, and several members of the public, including family members of Cordova and his former employees, attending. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
This is Senator Stephen McCutcheon. Our way of life is under attack every day by the radical progressives in Santa Fe. Politicians like to talk, but I'm fighting for our community day in and day out to defend the values we hold dear. As a rancher, oil and gas contractor, and conservative fighter, I'm defending our way of life. I fought to secure the border, increase penalties for drug cartels, stood up to the woke left in Santa Fe trying to take our guns away, but I'll never let them. That's why I'm proud to be the only candidate in the campaign for Senate District 42 endorsed by the National Rifle Association, because I'll always fight for our God-given rights. And my very first act as your senator was to impeach Michelle Lujan Grisham. My values are deeply rooted in our community. As a father of 4, I'm fighting to make New Mexico better for the next generation. I'd be honored to have your vote in the Republican June 4th primary. Paid for by Stephen McCutcheon for Senate.
There's hundreds of inflation-fighting specials this week at Bob's Rickway, like chicken drumstick, 58 cents a pound. Choice T-bone steak, $8.99 a pound. Honeycrisp apples, just 99 cents a pound, and get extra large fancy oranges, 2 for $1. Food Club bread, 98 cents a loaf, along with the Panhandle tea and lemonade, 2 gallons for just $5. Captain Crunch cereals, 2 of the big giant boxes, just $6. And get the Yoplait Go-Gurts, the big 8-pack, 2 for $5. And these are just a few of over 150 big inflation-fighting specials this week, where you find the quality, value, and the service, and where your grocery dollar always goes farther. Bob's Rickway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And now, through June 30th, get 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off BX23S tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Amigo Machinery, 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell.
Here's your chance to rip off the tax man. Now through April 15th, everything at the Working Guys store is tax-free. That's right, zip, zero, no tax on work boots, FR jeans and shirts, coolers and accessories, caps, western wear, scrubs, work gloves. The price you see is all you pay. We'll pay the tax. But hurry, tax-free ends April 15th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
Pop's Power Washing Services, LLC has been in business for 9 years and continues to serve the Permian Basin and West Texas area. Specializing in power washing services for the oil field, Pop's Power Washing would like to earn your business. Contact Eric and the crew today to get on a maintenance schedule to upkeep your battery facilities, containments, LACT units, all the way down to your wellheads to mitigate possible fines to your company. Fully insured and bonded. Call or text Pop's Power Washing Service, LLC at 575-704-0330. That's 704-0330.
The Hobbs Downtown Slam and Jam Tournament is back. This 3-on-3 tournament at 200 East Broadway in downtown Hobbs takes place April 20th and 21st. Enjoy mouthwatering treats from food trucks, check out vendor booths, and jump into a variety of family-friendly activities throughout the day. Ready to hit the courts? Register now at Macker.com and secure your spot in the Ultimate Basketball Showdown. Be sure to check out our social media channels for the latest news and updates as we advance to the tournament. Register now at Macker.com and don't miss out on the excitement of the Hobbs Downtown Slam and Jam Tournament April 20th and 21st.
MTD Radio presents its Spring Job Fair Saturday, April 27th at the Lee County Event Center in Hobbs. Whether your business needs seasonal employees for the summer or permanent employees, whether you're looking for part-time staff or full-time staff, this is an opportunity to get face-to-face with potential employees. If your business would like a booth at this event, call or text Gloria Estrada at 575-390-3569. Again, that's 575-390-3569.
Good morning.
The best, baby.
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
A lot of you are tired. I get it.
877-396-W105 KWMW. Miles Jamora, 105.1 FM. Congratulations, Tom. Did you watch the Masters?
Tom might have watched the Masters, but
he's not back in the studio. I'm going to hold off on the Masters.
Okay.
Let me talk about Facebook. I'm locked out. I've been trying during the break to it wants a credit card, the entire credit card for something I used for the company 3 years ago. It's been expired for 3.5 years now. And they want the credit card information from there to verify me. And, of course, I don't have that information.
Right.
So if you went to check out my Facebook, I am down. And I don't know if I will ever be up.
You're in prison again.
No, I'm not in prison. They tried to verify my information last week, and I did it, not a problem, because it didn't ask for credit card information.
Ooh.
And then when you go to the help button, it says, long wait, try again in an hour. Well, I've been trying again in an hour for 5 hours now. Mark Zuckerberg, you suck.
They don't really want you to get in touch with them, but that's the thing.
Well, and I don't think they want me to have my Facebook anymore. That's what I'm thinking.
If there was really a viable option for Facebook and somebody really marketed it right, it would go away.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm on Twitter. I get no traction on Twitter. I mean, I can blow up my TikTok fairly quick. I had one video on TikTok to get over 1 million views. This thing went just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Catholic priest that was going against the Catholic Church.
Mm.
Well, I mean, going against, like the Vatican.
Sure.
And said he wasn't going to stand with them.
Well, and the problem is that for Facebook, and the reason why there's a lot of older people on Facebook is because they can actually do words and not have to have a photo or a video to go with it.
Yeah. So I'm unlocked. I'm locked. And I had just posted a video from my accident a year ago yesterday, and just saying thank you, everybody that, kept me in your prayers and that type of stuff. And so my wife, I owe that woman anything, Tom, everything.
You know it.
So
B, why don't you go back to
you're not going to bring up the fact that she had to wipe my butt when I couldn't? I mean, I thought you would go there you bring it up like every 2 weeks.
It's been a while since I brought it up. Hello. Why don't you go back to the old social media, MyFace?
Yes.
I've never heard of MyFace.
MyFace.
They had MySpace.
MyFace.
MySpace.
No, it was called MyFace.
No, it wasn't, Tom.
It dang sure was. I know because I used it.
You obviously didn't.
It was called MySpace. Space.
Not My Face.
On My Face.
It was called MyFace.
That was the porn site you were going to.
You want to see what's on my face? Look at here. I got a burrito on my face.
Oh.
It was called MySpace, Tom.
No, I believe it was MyFace.
No, it's going to die on that hill. What a dumb thing to die on. Oh, my Lord.
So what was the guy from MySpace, Tom? What was the guy's name?
I forgot his name.
I'm testing you, folks. What was the guy's name? Was it Tom?
Guy.
Tom? Is MySpace still up?
I think it is.
No.
I think it is.
Are you kidding me?
No, I think it is, because like a year or two ago, they were trying to bring it back.
Is MySpace still up? Do they have an app? I'm going to look at the App Store.
You go back to MyFace, yeah.
No. If you go to MyFace, you're not going to get anything, Tom, except for porn. Please don't go there on the company computer. It's called MySpace. It's always been MySpace, and it is still up, B. I just went.
What the hell?
Log on to MyFace right quick.
No. Please don't go there on a company computer.
It's not MySpace, guys. It's MyFace.
No, it's not, Tom.
And that's where Zuckerberg got the idea.
No,
from my Facebook.
No, he stole it from two other kids at Harvard.
Yeah,
they were brothers.
It's called MySpace.
So But MySpace is still up?
Because it was born out of the GeoCities thing.
Space. Thank you, Tom. God bless you.
That's where
Alec,
MySpace came from. There was a group called GeoCities where you could go and do your own web page, and that's where MySpace came from.
Yep. Director Alex Garland, Civil War, lit up the box office. 25.7 million people
I saw that,
watched that. I mean, that's a ton of money for a documentary. Did you hear anything about this?
No.
I mean, I didn't even know America was still that smart that they wanted to know about history.
Yeah, most
Tom,
of the time
you know what
don't.
they say about history?
Repeats itself.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah. And Kristen Dunst.
Yes.
It's Dunst.
The most famous, she portrayed Mary Jane in the original Spider-Man. By the
Right.
way, anybody that went to see that probably smoking a lot of Mary Jane, too.
What about her?
Gave the upside down kiss.
Right. So what about her, B?
But she did that on my face. New reports say that Johnny Knoxville recently hinted that they could have another Jackass 5.
Oh, he needs to just
Holy,
retire.
Americans love watching jackasses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many votes did Biden get?
Real ones or what they say?
Well, I'm just saying they like watching jackasses, evidently. Yeah. Taylor Swift back on TikTok, in case you were wondering, in case you give a damn. And a German museum worker has been fired. I don't know. Something tells me that this, give him an award. He actually hung up his own paintings.
Yes, I had. If you remember, I had that as my dumb criminal on Friday.
No, that's ingenious. And one of Jay Leno's famous mechanics, Donnie Calloway, faces charges of theft, trafficking, stolen property, forgery, and fraud charges. Sad. Texas doctor dubbed the medical terrorist was found guilty of injecting heart-stopping poison into IVs.
Oh.
Former medical clinic in North Dallas. Fox 4 out of Dallas. 12-person jury found Dr. Ramando Ortiz guilty of all 10 counts. And they deliberated maybe less than 10 hours, 7 hours. And he wore a mask. A mask at trial and showed no emotions. May you rest in hell. So he would take 2 drugs, a nerve blocker and and another strong drug, mix them in the bag, and then shoot them in the IV bag. Wow. Kind of sad. If you're a doctor, you're supposed to be saving lives. Nuts.
Well, that's the whole Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah. Looks like a man accused of a Albuquerque murder in 2022 is now behind bars in Largeburg. According to the criminal complaint, officers dispatched to a home, and when they arrived, they found a person dead in the street. He was shot in the neck. Police say that witnesses said that they told him her boyfriend had been killed by her ex-boyfriend. His name is Luis Casadas. He was booked, and by the way, he's in detention till he. They just discovered this guy. They just picked him up. So
wow. So
you know it's bad when you're so jealous that you go and kill the boyfriend of your ex-girlfriend. You're not even with the chick anymore.
No.
It's crazy. How fast does it take the average American kid to get bored? Tom?
10 minutes.
No.
10. You think it's 10?
I think it's 27 seconds.
33 minutes is what they're saying. I think that's a little off. 27 minutes or 33 minutes. That's a little off. O.J. Simpson's brain will not be donated to science. Well, I mean, he took a lot of big hits.
I keep thinking of that scene from Young Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
Where Igor goes after the brains.
That'd be normal.
Yeah, so it's not going to be, they're not going to look at his brain. A lot of these former football players, their brains will be donated to CTE research. His will not be sent. And the Oracle of Wall Street in Fortune magazine this past weekend, talking about why we have a crisis of the American male. And, we definitely have a crisis of the American male. But Meredith Whitney went on to also say that we've got a financial crisis in America on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Home prices will be falling soon, and brought on by pandemic-fueled housing boom. And now nobody can afford those homes. So get ready. But I do like the story about the crisis of the American male. I do think we're at crisis level. Men are not men anymore. Are you getting your family ready? Because we got bad things that are approaching.
Always be ready.
Yeah, so be prepared. And Tom,
and I hate to say it, but if you're just now getting prepared, you're behind the curve.
Oh yeah, you're 100%. Roseanne Barr star John Goodman. Guess what, Tom?
He died one.
No, he's 71 years old. He's 71 years old. Goes to the gym every single day. You're not going to believe this. Showing off his new body. Back in 2007, he embarked on a healthy journey. 2007.
That dude was big.
Changed his diet and everything.
He has lost over 200 pounds. 2007. How many years is that, Tom? He's dedicated to changing his life.
I know I did it for 12 years.
Tom.
I went from
you forget.
403 to 287.
Lies. You forget we know you.
Right.
You forget we know you.
What does it say, John Goodman?
We have lived this battle with you.
What
and you're going to come up with the biggest lie ever?
Is that a lie?
Where's John Goodman at? Probably around 222 or so?
I don't know, but he has lost, they said 200 pounds, which that's crazy.
Well, he's 6'7" to begin with. He's tall, dude.
He's not 6'7".
What is he?
You think Caitlin Clark is 6'6"? Now you think John Goodman's 6'7"?
John Goodman, he damn sure is 6'7".
Pretty tall. That's why he didn't look too fat.
I mean, Roseanne Barr's like 6'3". Come on.
He is not 6'7", Tom.
What is he?
He might be 6 foot tall. Maybe 6 foot tall.
I'm guessing 6 foot or 6'1" is my guess.
I actually got to meet him.
He is taller than Jeff Bridges.
Yeah. I got to meet him in Mandeville, Louisiana. That's where I don't know if he still lives here, but he was at the gym in Mandeville, Tom.
All right.
I'm looking to see how.
John Goodman. Let's see. 6'2".
6'2". There you go, Tom. Oh, he's 6'8". Come on.
What's 5 inches? Big deal.
I'll say it again. What's 5 inches?
Tom's heard that before.
Gordon Ramsay's pub taken over by squatters who threaten legal action if they are evicted. Can you imagine? Have you ever seen Tom, who is Gordon Ramsay?
He's a chef, isn't he?
Yeah. And that dude loses it. I mean, loses it. So 6 freeloaders broke into Gordon Ramsay's York and Abernathy Hotel, which is up for sale for $16.1 million, and is boarded up. And they broke the windows. I mean, shouldn't that be breaking and entering?
Yes, at least, right, to begin with.
So now they say they're not leaving unless unless he pays them.
So what he needs to do is just print up a sign and put it on the window so that they can read it. And it's going to say, open next weekend, we'll be serving human flesh from 6 squatters.
Right.
I wouldn't even do that. You know, we talked about the cane corsos.
Mm-hmm.
I would go get 3 cane corsos and put them in the building.
Bye-bye squatters.
I mean, it's his building. He can do that
Right.
by law,
Yeah.
I would think.
I guess.
All right, 9:14. We're going to talk about a trick play. New Jersey high school baseball team uses one of the oldest
I
tricks
saw that.
in the books.
That was
you
a great
see the
play.
story, Tom?
I saw the video.
You did.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful Mayhill, New Mexico. And Camp of the Tall Pines actually changing the way they're doing things. They're not taking any bookings at this time except for events. If you need more information, go to camptallpines.com or call Scott and Jamie Miller, 575-687-4101. 9:14. We're going to get you updated with everything. Tom on the text quickly. We'll take our break. Good news up next.
All right, so this text is asking, have you guys covered the Carlsbad Caverns being shut down for body remains? But
Yes.
And I did text Matthew Hutchison, our PIO with the Eddy County Sheriff's Office. He did tell me, yeah, we're still investigating, but yes, bones were discovered. So he does confirm that bones were discovered at that site. So that's what we know so far on that one. And why haven't we changed the laws on squatters' rights? This one text is asking.
Keep going.
And, by the way, John Goodman, he is 6'2", says the texter.
Well, you said that.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to avoid all the ones about you saying it was my face. But go ahead.
And what were you guys saying to get prepared for, B and Blake? What were you referring to?
I'm going to move along. Y'all better change passwords for the internet because you know Tom is going to try the MyFace.
There is a MyFace, guys. I know it.
MySpace, Tom. MySpace. My Face is a porn site. You psycho goober.
And those burned and beheaded bodies or babies are propaganda. BS. Do your research, says this one text.
What?
Yeah. Says the burned and beheaded babies are propaganda. BS. Do your research.
I didn't say anything about any burned and beheaded babies.
Well, this guy's saying that.
Well, I think that's a pro-terrorist person there.
Yeah.
Trying to say that the reality
I
is
didn't
not
say
true.
anything about
No, you
burned and decapitated babies, but I will say this much. They did find beheaded babies in Israel after the monsters called Hamas kidnapped them from their homes. Innocent kids. Yeah, I will say that.
One more text, but he says, "Tom, shut up! You don't even think to talk about guns because you don't know anything about guns. I don't talk about them. I don't know where that came from. That I was talking about.
I think
guns.
you're reading from like yesterday.
No, this is
or,
Monday,
or Friday.
Monday, April 15th. That's today. Says, don't
Let's
talk
take
about
a break,
any guns.
B.
Don't talk
God
about guns.
almighty. All right, we're going to get to good news of the day coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Make a Mirror. Atlas Make a Mirror, times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification LED lights. They are ready to take care of you. Call Rebecca Long, 575-631-3189. Go check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Check out the cool videos. The mirror is the best in the business, and I'll tell you why. LED lights, lots of lighting, and times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification. and the quality of the mirrors. The quality of the mirrors is so important. You've probably seen the cheap knockoff mirrors that you can kind of see, but you can't. It looks like you're in the at the carnival. Remember those mirrors? That's the way it looks like. The Outlast Maker mirror does not look that way. Go to the website, check it out for yourself. You can order from the website. It's AtlastMakerMirror.com, AtlastMakerMirror.com. Taking a break, be on the Breakfast Club or W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling. Pops Power Washing in Lovington presenting the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Chris Foster. It's the first ever criminal trial of a former president. Donald Trump's at a courthouse in New York City for the start of jury selection.
There is no case, and they've said it. People that don't necessarily follow or like Donald Trump said this is an outrage that this case was brought.
He's accused of falsifying business records to cover up hush money payments before the 2016 election. The judge in the case denies a defense team request to recuse himself over his daughter's consulting work for Democrats. No word yet on any potential motive for a stabbing at a church in Sydney, Australia.
A number of people, including the bishop, were stabbed during a service at Christ the Good Shepherd Church. The horrifying footage was being broadcast live on their YouTube page at the time. Police say at least 4 were injured and the suspect was arrested.
Fox's Stephanie Bennett. None of the injuries are said to be life-threatening. 6 people were stabbed to death at a shopping mall in Sydney on Saturday. That suspect was shot and killed by police. America's listening to Fox News.
Hello, this is former Senator Gay Kernan. In the race for state senate, I'm endorsing Representative Larry Scott and hope you'll support him too. I've been very disappointed by the negative and untruthful campaign run by Larry's opponent, Steve McCutcheon, as his campaign so far has not been based upon the facts. The truth is, Larry Scott is one of the most reliable, conservative votes in Santa Fe and is the single strongest voice for oil and gas in the entire New Mexico legislature. I'm also disappointed that our governor appointed McCutcheon to the Senate and in doing so has divided our southeast New Mexico community. Larry Scott was supported by the majority of our county commissioners who recognized Larry's strong conservative record and service to southeast New Mexico. Please do not believe the negative campaign against Larry Scott. Larry Scott has earned our trust.
Paid for by the committee to elect Larry R. Scott.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you wanted to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000. At Destiny Real Estate, our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherland's.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
The Hobbs Downtown Slam and Jam Tournament is back. This 3-on-3 tournament at 200 East Broadway in downtown Hobbs takes place April 20th and 21st. Enjoy mouthwatering treats from food trucks, check out vendor booths, and jump into a variety of family-friendly activities throughout the day. Ready to hit the courts? Register now at Macker.com and secure your spot in the Ultimate Basketball Showdown. Be sure to check out our social media channels for the latest news and updates as we advance to the tournament. Register now at Macker.com and don't miss out on the excitement of the Hobbs Downtown Slam and Jam Tournament April 20th and 21st.
Here's your chance to rip off the tax man. Now through April 15th, everything at the Working Guys store is tax-free. That's right, zip, zero, no tax on work boots, FR jeans and shirts, coolers and accessories, caps, western wear, scrubs, work gloves. The price you see is all you pay. We'll pay the tax. But hurry, tax-free ends April 15th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
This is Senator Stephen McCutcheon. Our way of life is under attack every day by the radical progressives in Santa Fe. Politicians like to talk, but I'm fighting for our community day in and day out to defend the values we hold dear. As a rancher, oil and gas contractor, and conservative fighter, I'm defending our way of life. I fought to secure the border, increased penalties for drug cartels, stood up to the woke left in Santa Fe trying to take our guns away, but I'll never let them. That's why I'm proud to be the only candidate in the campaign for Senate District 42 endorsed by the National Rifle Association, because I'll always fight for our God-given rights. And my very first act as your senator was to impeach Michelle Lujan Grisham. My values are deeply rooted in our community. As a father of four, I'm fighting to make New Mexico better for the next generation. I'd be honored to have your vote in the Republican June 4th primary. Paid for by Stephen McCutcheon for Senate.
I thought you said we were going to do something fun.
This is fun.
Pizza and Netflix? Are you kidding me?
It's a good movie.
I'm done with you.
Are you tired of the same old routine? Life gets boring, doesn't it? Well, it's party time at Cal's Cactus Lanes, now under new management. We're out with the old and in with the new. It's time for some.
Oh, yeah.
Come check out the new and improved party place and bring the family for some cosmic bowling fun every Friday and Saturday. You want to throw a party?
I love parties.
Well, let the good times roll at Cal's Cactus Lanes. And when you're done rolling strikes, visit Cal's Shade Western for the best drinks this side of the Mississippi.
I thought we lived on the Pecos.
Cal's Cactus Lanes, now newly remodeled and under new management. You can even book your parties there. Call 575-887-1933 or go by 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad.
It's amazing.
Cal's Cactus Lanes is an equal opportunity employer. Apply within.
I know he's an early riser.
We don't get fooled again.
You guys ready?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
Are you listening to me? Because I'm about to unload. Ha ha!
Still to come, we got the good news of the day on the way. Our number 877-396-W105 morning show this morning. Being brought to you by Butcher Block. If you haven't had breakfast, get in there today. They've got an awesome breakfast, talking about burritos and their plates. And if you haven't had biscuits and gravy lately, they got awesome biscuits and gravy. Thinking about maybe trying to lose some weight. I know, Tom, you are. They've got the beef jerky. If you're doing the keto diet, that's perfect for you.
Tom is doing the seafood diet. If he sees food, he eats it. Yep.
Seafood. And they also have, of course, the smoked meats, and they do custom cuts when it comes to meat. They've got 30 years in the meat market business, and I tell you what, the food at the Butcher Block is so good because the meat is so good. Yeah, just like them on Facebook. You can find out the daily lunch specials and the weekly meat market specials. And call them 575-739-7778, 1422 South Main in Lovington. Check them out today. Tom, you're back?
Yeah.
Quickly to the text.
All
and
right, quickly.
Just a reminder, when I say quickly, that doesn't mean rush up to it. It just means read the text. Just read the text.
I don't think we had to attack Iran, says the texter. I think we should give Israel the green light to attack Iran, says the text. So let them do it.
Iran, the same thing. It's in the neighborhood.
It's in there. And Travis from Texas says, I thought the morning show was brought to you by us, by My Face. Ha, ha, ha,
oh my
says
God.
the texter. That's what I said. And the idiots that say Hamas didn't kill any babies are the same kind of idiots, this text is saying, that says that the Holocaust never happened.
And it's those same people that say they're going to report us to the FCC for talking bad about Joe Biden. It's the same individuals.
Probably the same one.
It could be. I mean, they're pretty much probably about as smart. And they couldn't, before sending a nasty email to Will Rooney, they could have checked that information out. They could have just went online. Is it okay to discuss on talk radio bad things about the sitting president?
Is it okay to talk about politics?
Yeah. The other guys didn't do that when it came time for Trump.
No, they've never said anything about Trump.
Never.
They never held up a fake beheading.
No, never happened. All right, good news of the day this morning being brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Get in touch with Herschel Rustin Hayes today. He's your Farmers Insurance agent. Give him a call. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
The world's oldest gorilla just celebrated another birthday. Her name is Fatu. She was born in 1957 and lives at the Berlin Zoo. She celebrated her 67th birthday on Friday. And a 30-pound cat in Indiana named Thicken Nugget is slimming down using an exercise regime usually reserved for dogs. A place called the Canine Aquatic Center is helping him swim his way thin. In 7 weeks, he's lost more than Tom at 5 pounds. They're hoping he can drop another 10 and eventually lose half his body weight because the cat actually swims in the pool. And 2 pool players, not pool like in the water, but pool as in billiards, named Russ Redhead and James Harris Jr., yes, that's the name they go by, they had a beef for a decade or so, and they were big rivals. But they eventually made up and became friends. Now they're closer than ever. Russ just gave James a kidney. He's been on dialysis for 3 years.
Wow.
But he's doing great 2 months after the surgery. James's wife could barely hold back tears when talking about what a huge gesture that was. And that is your good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. Still to come, Tradio is coming up next. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on. Say bye, Tom. See if you can get it right.
See you tomorrow.
God bless you. God save you. Are you sure you're going to be back tomorrow?
Why not?
I'm just not that sure if you are. All right, let's get updated, find out what's going on with news this morning being brought to you by Roche Air Conditioning and Heating. Give them a call. If you got issues with your air conditioner, call them 575-631-1999. The best in the business. They are go-to guys when it comes to problems with our air conditioners, and we have many. Come summertime and hot weather, we need air. Our transmitters need air conditioner. They need air conditioning in the worst way. Call Enrique Rocha. That's who we call. 575-631-1999. We'll see you tomorrow for the Tuesday edition of B and the Breakfast Club. Tradio's up next.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield.